And we're live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 1 of season 4 of Greyhawk Adventures. This one is simply called Greyhawk Adventures.
Yeah, no tagline.
We don't need a tagline.
Is that messing you up? Do you feel like you should have something more to say?
I like saying colon, but I think the joke
Maybe
got
it's
old
colon, Greyhawk Adventures,
colon, Greyhawk Adventures.
Or just colon, you can add the rest. I don't know. Nah. All right, that joke's done. Hey, everybody. Continue on, Adam. Were you done?
I'm done now.
All right, cool. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Greyhawk Adventures. As Adam had said, I am Will DM, Dungeon Master for this evening. Thank you. Thank you very much for coming. And like he said, this is season 4, and we are going and heading into the Bone March.
What?
I know, right? For all you gray heads out there. Ooh, that doesn't sound good.
That sounds like you're old and you've got gray hair.
Yeah, it sounds
That's
like
Will.
Well, hey, Grognard's, it's like it's the original world, so yeah, nothing wrong with that. Did you like that opening for us? That's all Adam. I have absolutely nothing to do with the opening videos or
That's
any
true.
of the
I
music.
keep him as far away as possible from the.
Yeah, you should see mine. You're pretty cool. They got like stick figures and stuff. But anyway, let's go ahead and dive right in. So we're going to go ahead and introduce this here cast. So since Katie's chewing on something, we're going to start with her. Katie, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell everybody what you're playing?
I am playing Ziara. She's a rogue, human rogue.
All right, thanks for that. Okay, so now we're going to go over to Wes.
I feel like I have to give just the same amount of information. So I
didn't know if you wanted me to give the whole story.
There's no guidance on this show. We're just making it up.
Yeah.
Why don't you give the whole story since you kind of started it?
It all started.
No.
I'm playing Eastus, the divination wizard. Human.
You are correct, everybody. He is named after a god. So he is not playing the god.
Thank you, Lord December, for hosting.
Hey,
Spoiler
Lord,
alert.
what's happening, Jay? Yeah, well, as far as they know. So I'm just throwing that out there. So when it turns out that you are Istis, it's going to take everybody for a loop. There you go. You know what? I got to say, Adam, this is the first time I've seen the new overlay.
This is the first time anyone's seen the new overlay.
I got to say,
I just finished them right before we went on air.
Very good, very good. Anyway, Michael, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Michael, and I'll be playing a knight, or actually, he's just a squire. He wants to become a knight. His name is Ollie.
Aspires to be a knight protector, right?
Yes, that's exactly right.
Excellent. And last but not least, we have the ever-talented Adam.
Hey, everybody. My name is Adam. And tonight I will be playing, I'm looking over here because I have to read my guy's name because I'm not used to it yet. Orillo Stargazer Vaime Laga, who is a...
What was that again?
I don't know.
Yeah, I was
Orillo Stargazer Vaime Laga.
Yeah, okay.
His friends call him Star.
For good reasons.
And he is a Goliath Battlemaster fighter.
Yeah,
possibly the last of his kind.
It's very possible. And if everybody, as we go through the show and the story, you'll find out a little bit more about how I work Goliaths into the Greyhawk campaign world. So there you go. Well, with that all having been said. Is David in chat too? Hey, David. If I missed you, I'm sorry. So anyway, I guess we're going to go ahead and get started. This group had come together and met in the North Kingdom. Had done a couple of odds and end job sort of things for as a group, and basically one of the things is that Ollie, who is Ollie is friends with who's his bosom companion? Is that Star?
Me. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just double checking. So, but Ollie, his family has a direct connection to the Bone March and the Night Protectors that were there during the Cursed Orc invasion, and he's out trying to win his knighthood and do some good deeds to get the renown. And so he's had plans to go up to Knurl and check out this this new count that's up there that has been doing a bunch of good stuff. The people, the counts of Knurl, count and countesses of Knurl, of course, they weren't the nicest of people for a while. And it's one of the reasons they were able to avoid the Orcish invasion and getting totally wiped out because, well, they knew the orcs because they employed them sometimes. So, but Dungal Kargas is the new count, and he's looking to change and turn the county into something better than it was before. So Ollie, knowing full well that one of his family's intentions is to free the Bone March from Orcish occupation, decided that he's going to be going up to Knurl. Now, they had met before, a cat who goes by the name of Istis, and he's a divination wizard. Now, does this really let that out of the bag normally?
Well, yeah.
Well, because it's known to star.
Like you.
Isn't that his job?
Yeah,
it is my job.
He works in a fortune teller tent, so it's
Yeah.
at the very least.
Yeah, and basically that's one of the things too. Is like, he's got some plans for going up into the Bone March as well, and what better place to get started than Knurl, where it's not just occupied by a ton of bloodthirsty orcs. And Star is really interested in Istis's abilities because, well, frankly, he needs a fortune teller or divination type of person to help him find the murderers of his tribe.
Yeah, which Istis mentioned that he might be able to do. Came out of nowhere.
Yeah. So
I don't know how this magic shit works. Came out of nowhere, so now I'm interested.
There you go. Now, Istis and Ziara, right? Am I pronouncing it correctly? Okay. They're bosom companions and whatnot. So the four of them had gotten together, had done a couple of odd jobs, got a little bit of coin in their pocket. But the North Kingdom, or what was formerly the Northern Province, not really a great place. So they were definitely all for leaving there. They traveled up north, across the I'm gonna have to bring up that map so that I don't butcher all this bullshit. The Teaser Torrent or Tesser Torrent? Let me see.
Teaser Torrent. I'm almost positive.
That's what you said, but I think it's pronounced Tesser.
Teaser Torrent.
Oh.
Tesser Torrent. It could be. I spelled it. It's not Rackers. It's Rakers. I misspelled that on the map too. You were right. Yeah. I just wasn't gonna give you the satisfaction.
In your face.
Anyway, so
I think this validates me for every time no one's believed me in my past.
Yeah, you keep thinking that, buddy. So they made their way north. They went across the Teaser Torrent and they made it to Knurl. Now, Knurl is a bustling city, large city. Large town, small city. Lots of different people coming in, and the Count is actively hiring adventurers and people of that ilk to help out. And the group, while there, took a commission to work for them. Do you guys remember how much money I said he was giving you? Because I don't.
1 million gold pieces.
1 million gold
pieces. That sounds right.
I don't actually think you gave us a number.
It was 100 gold.
100 gold.
It was 100
per
gold?
person.
Yeah.
It was 1 million gold pieces.
100 platinum per
1 million gold pieces. So, so they took a commission, and what their commission is they're going to go up and they're going to work for a year in Hartford up north and help out to basically stop out evil, do what needs to be done, and make sure that the ore shipments from the mines up there still come down and make their way to Knurl, which is pretty much one of their number one ways of earning gold and coin to make sure that the county is doing well. You spent a little bit of time in Knurl, not a lot, and then you were given the task of going north, escorting 2 dwarves, which are part of the mining guild. And these 2 dwarves, Dargrin and Ruthmere, you're supposed to escort them in 2 carts, which are chock full of mining equipment and what have you, up to Hartford. Okay.
All right.
So, so this is where we're going to start the adventure.
What are they? What race are they?
Dwarves.
They're dwarves.
Dwarves.
Yeah,
Does it
being
really
very
matter,
stereotypical.
Katie? Like, I mean,
It doesn't. It doesn't matter.
It could. It could. It very well could.
I think
Don't
we're
let-
beyond like race distinctions here.
Katie,
I was
don't
actually
let
writing
him
it down.
bully you.
No,
Don't let him-
I was
yeah.
writing it down because I needed to know if I spoke the language. That's
Gotcha.
really the reason why I asked.
That's fair.
So
Yeah.
basically, you cats
Or
are
is it?
outside. You're outside of Knurl. You're right at the gates, and there's 2 wagons. You got 1 dwarf driving each, and then besides Ollie, none of you guys have horses, right?
No.
Okay.
But for those watching at home, you do notice that Star's a big dude. He's just under 8 feet. Wears a cloak most of the time, although he still is going to stand out. But chained to his belt, from like a neck collar, manacle, is a goblin. And the goblin just follows him around, chained to his belt.
It's very true. It's very true. So, but
So yeah, none
Ollie's-
of us have a horse.
Do you
Ollie's
guys
the
want
only
to
one-
I have a
explain
horse.
why he's chained to your belt so people don't get the wrong impression?
We'll get there.
Okay.
We'll get there.
Don't get the wrong impression.
These are Greyhawk. These are Greyhawk fans. They're used to this sort of
Yeah.
stuff.
Ollie does have a horse.
Yes. Did you name him?
We're still working on it.
We're
Yes,
still
Snafu,
okay.
he actually only
Every
has
time I
one
suggest
facial
one,
tattoo.
he tells me no. So
I gotcha.
Yeah,
All right,
Star's
so-
only facial tattoo is kind of like it's almost just lines that sort of look like a star on his above his left eye, and then he has other tattoos on his body, but you could tell that they were not done by the same person.
So he's got a star in his face like Starbrand from Marvel Comics back in the 80s. Is that what you're
I don't know who that is, but I gotta look him up. Maybe
Yep. Okay. Anyway,
I'll do it now.
so at least I think he had
I'll do that now
star
while you're
tattoo.
talking, since
All right.
I'm sure
So
you got
that's-
something interesting to say.
Yeah. So this is where we're going to pick up. You guys are outside of Knurl. You're at the wagons. The 2 dwarves are there. They just finished up with loading them, and they're getting ready to pull out. As you guys are getting ready to get onto the wagons, Jorman comes up. Now, Jorman is the chancellor of Knurl. So essentially like the guy who, runs the town for the count. And he's the guy who's also in charge of hiring of all the adventures and stuff like that. Now, I know I told you guys that you got 100 gold for your year. So basically he's coming up and he's giving you, I'm not going to tell you to take off the 150 gold, but you've got
100.
a second half of your payment is to be paid when you reach Hartford.
Sure. That's
So,
common.
Jorman's coming around, and Jorman is a very finely dressed guy. He's definitely a dandy. He's not a big bruiser type. He's lithe. It seems like he would be quick on his feet. He's part of. It's also well known that the Count, when he came back and he took the throne, he came back with his adventuring group, and Jorman's known to have been one of the guys from that group. So he comes up to you guys and says, "Oh, well, getting ready to go." So I can't thank you enough for taking the commission. The Count and I myself, very appreciative of it. You know, we're building something big here, and this is really important for all of us. And again, I can't thank you enough. Oh, here, by the way, here's your writs, and he goes around, he starts handing you guys out a piece of paper. Now, when you get to Hartford, just take that to the mayor, and you will get the second half of your payment for the year. So, I guess that's about it. Good luck, safe travels. Now we've done an awful lot of work.
Now the writ lets us do what?
Cash in for 50 gold.
Oh, that's it.
It's a voucher, not a writ. My bad. It's a voucher. Now we've done an awful lot here, and the Great Cat Clan, since they've settled in the northern area, decided to become part of the county. We really haven't had much problems with marauding, orcs or what have you, but there's been an awful lot of sightings of, goblins, believe it or not, coming down out of the rakers. I mean, they fucked that up for a while now. out of the rakers. So just be mindful of that as you guys go. So
I put my hands over Gob's ears. His name is Goblin because I don't speak Goblin, so I don't know what his actual name is. So I just
he's used. Everybody in town in Knurl, you guys have been in town long enough that they're used to Goblin. So that's not a thing. He's not going to mention or anything.
You can call him Gob for short.
Gob. So thank you, Squire Ollie. I appreciate the service you're going to give to the county. Zyara, as well. I appreciate you and Istis and Star, because I can't pronounce your other name. But thank you. Is there? Do you have any questions for me before you leave? I take that as a no.
Well, you just want us to deal with this cat
clan
clan?
at this time.
I'm sorry. What's that, Star?
You just want us to deal with the cat clan?
No. The cat clan has settled here. They're settled in the north up there. There's nothing you'll get your jobs when you get up there. I was just letting you know to be careful. There's been sightings of goblins.
So all we're doing is delivering this letter.
Yeah, and when you get to Hartford, you're going to check in with the mayor, and the mayor will tell you if there's any jobs that he needs done or what have you, and just follow whatever the mayor has needs you to do. He will be your contact while you're there, and he is a representation of the county authority while you're there. So,
and will he be providing lodging?
Oh yes, you will get lodging while you were there. It's part of the arrangement, of course. Can't have you sleeping out in the cold, and
of course not.
Food and drink included.
Within reason, yes.
Reason. Yeah.
There's a garrison there, and you all can eat at the barracks during meal times. But again, they'll go over that when you get into Hartford.
Sure. So really, the questions are for the mayor, not for you.
I'm just coming and giving you your vouchers and wishing you
Thank you.
Godspeeds and have a good trip.
Goodbye.
It's been a pleasure.
And he turns and goes walking back through the gates into the city, leaving you there on the road. Now,
interesting.
The end.
Yeah. The end.
Good night, everybody. Thank you for watching the first episode.
Now, you guys have met the dwarves earlier this morning, because it's still morning, but it's a little bit later in the morning. Dargrin is like in charge of the wagons, and Ruthmere is like basically just his guy. Ruthmere doesn't really talk that much, so Dargrin's, well, if you're ready. Oh, wait. Who wants to ride with me, and who wants to ride with Ruth?
I'll ride my own horse, thank you.
I figured as much.
I'll ride with you. Keep an eye on the cart and the wagon.
Ziara will ride with Ruth.
All right.
Guess I'm riding in the other one.
All right.
Wait, which one?
He did say.
Whatever one people aren't riding, like two people are riding in one, right?
No,
No, I'm riding in the other one.
Okay. Which one's in back?
Mine, I think.
Yeah, Ruthmir's.
Ruthmere.
Okay. Then
That's the one I'm on.
I'll ride with Ziara.
Which makes sense since you guys are
See, like, we're friends and
Yeah,
stuff.
we're
Yep.
buddies.
Okay. So yeah.
By the way, can I just selfish of me, but can I know what everybody looks like?
Yes.
Yeah, why don't you guys say that? I mean, Adam did touch on it a little bit. So,
Okay.
did you have anything else that you wanted to add to that, Adam, or no?
Not really. I mean, there's not really. I mean, he's a huge dude. Like his armor almost like he still has his gladiator type armor. So his armor is very flashy, but most of the time it's covered by this giant cloak. And he's got a lot of like red. Like if you knew anything about like tribal tattoos, you knew these would be fake. But he tried his best to like get the tattoo guy to get him right. But he was remembering these things from a long time ago. And
So it's a facsimile.
yeah, but they're all like a dark red.
Gotcha.
So when he was in the gladiatorial arena, when he was fighting, people didn't know if he was cut or if they were the tattoos, and it was all mind games for him. And then, like I said, he's got like the one. It's sort of like almost like a purplish tattoo of these lines, going across his eye that was done when he was a child.
Is that like smack in the middle of his face?
No, it's just like over the left eye. So you got like a line,
Okay.
a line, and then two lines below the.
Okay. All right. Excellent. So what? Well, Istis, why don't you go ahead and describe what Istis is like?
Okay. He's like medium height, dark skinned. He wears a kind of it's almost like a poncho-esque, but it splits in the front and it has like a high pauldron on the side, which is more decorative. Across his like poncho-like outfit, there's various like straps and like little jangly pieces. But on the inside of it, he has several packs of like tarot cards that are kind of strapped to the inside of on the sides. And he has a hood, and he has two small tattoos that extend below his eyes, just like tiny black straight lines that are kind of hard to see unless you're up close.
At first, I was going to say you're not going to say he's got tear tattoos.
I am not going to say he has tear
Don't mess with me,
tattoos.
fool.
He was never in prison. Just straight line tattoos that extend all the way from his eyes down to his chin.
Gotcha. All right, Ziara, why don't you tell us what she looks like?
Ziara is very, very dark skinned. She's almost too beautiful to be real. Almost as if, when you're like watching a movie and you can tell that the person, like if you're watching like a computer animation, it's like they're too symmetrical, so they look almost fake. She looks like that. She's like extremely, extremely alluring, and she's a rogue, but she dresses like a gypsy, like a gypsy person would. So like very
like a Renee, which is that's
Yes.
the gypsies. Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
That's very cool.
So does she have like visible armor or no?
No.
Okay.
She has armor, but it's not. You can't. It's under everything.
So she's got like the flowing gypsy skirt and a big gypsy blouse, and it's okay. All right, cool. All right.
Yeah.
And Michael, what's Ollie like?
Ollie is, he's younger. He's definitely a little bit on the naive side almost. As far as what he looks like, he has kind of, not necessarily, he's not unkempt, but he doesn't like, go out of his way to like do his hair or anything. It's more just how he woke up that morning type of thing going on. As far as what he's wearing, pretty much everything he wears was obviously once very fine, probably worth a lot of money when it was new, but now it's all pretty much all hand-me-down type stuff, but it was a hand-me-down from a more wealthy age, we'll say.
Is it from like his older siblings?
Yeah, well, it'd be like from his parents, maybe even some of his grandparents' things. So, when they had to, flee and whatnot, and they couldn't take everything with them. So,
gotcha. And he's got a companion, right? Where
He does.
Star has a goblin that he pulls around.
He does. He has a horse.
The goblin follows me. I don't pull
He actually, and conveniently, he does speak Goblin.
I was going to
because
ask.
his horse speaks Goblin. So
Yeah. Does the horse and Gob talk often? Do they talk to each other?
he hasn't really caught them doing that. As far as Ollie is concerned, he's the only one that can speak to the horse. But if the Gob and the horse are having side conversations when they're off by themselves, could be.
Have we seen Ollie talk to the horse yet?
I mean, you see him talk at the horse,
But we haven't
and the
heard
horse seems to
Right.
respond.
So until the goblin hears the horse speaking goblin, he probably wouldn't just come up and say, "Hey, bro, you speak goblin? I know you're a horse and all, but
Oh God, is that how Gob talks?
yeah, that
Okay.
is exactly how Gob talks."
I figured as much. Okay, I'm down with it. All right, cool.
Just I forgot to mention, Ziara's eyes are gray, but like with a lavender hue to them.
So, like, if the sunlight catches it the right way, is that basically
Might
how-
look a little lavender, but gray.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. That's cool.
Super.
All right. So you guys start off on the road. And the road is the Harp Road. It's, I know, incredibly original, seeing how it runs north along the Harp River. You're going to skirt the river, and it runs with the Bleemu Hills will be on the right-hand side, at least for the first part of the journey. And then as you continue on, once you get to where Hartford is, you're going to have to take a ferry. There's a ferry that will take you across the river to where Hartford is, because it is on the western bank. Knurl sits on the eastern bank there. It actually sits, what do they call that when two rivers come together? Convoluent? Is that it? I think. But Knurl is really close to where the Harp and the Teaser Torrent come together. It's really close to that. So, okay. So you guys start off, and the day begins. Knurl
Conflux.
is busy. Conflux. There, thank you.
Confluence is what Frank Reed says.
I believe Frank and Michael.
Ouch! Wow.
Well,
okay.
you know
See how
what?
I did that?
Yeah,
I
that was
did a
close for a
Google
minute.
search, and it's also Confluence.
See,
Yeah.
I was
know,
right.
You were right
because
to
they were both
believe
right.
Both.
What a critical issue we've solved.
Is
I know, right?
that might be the horse's name? You don't know.
Confluence.
Call him Connie for short.
Hey, Connie. So you guys, you're heading out of Knurl. Now, like I said, Knurl is pretty hopping right now. There's a lot of people still coming into the city, and there's a bunch of construction that's going on in the city. So while you leave out on the Harp Road, normally there's not a lot of traffic, of course, that's leaving the way that you're going, but there is quite a bit of traffic coming in from out of the countryside surrounding it. But it doesn't take long for you guys to leave all that behind, and you start heading north. Now, it is spring, okay, and the quote-unquote adventuring season is just getting underway.
Snafu would like to know what CY it is.
Hold on one second. I actually know this. I do believe 595 is when I have it.
Check us out.
Yep,
To
595.
all the time.
So this is after I do play, for those who are watching, I do play with the Greyhawk Wars having been a thing, and this is post Greyhawk Wars. So there you go. But if you have any other questions, feel free to shoot. So yeah, so you guys head out, and you ride pretty much for that day, and without any sort of issues or things or problems whatsoever.
I would just like to ask Dargren what he knows about Hartford.
Oh, it's a great little city. Well, it's not. I mean, a town. Well, it's a village. Well, it's bigger than a village. Oh, it's a town. It's not bad.
Thank you.
What you need to know?
No, I'd like to know a little bit about it. I haven't been there before.
Well, it sits on the harp, and there's a ferry that you can take to it. There's a lot of miners that live there.
Mm-hmm.
They're up in the rakers, mining, bringing down the ore, and then they put the ore on the boats, and then it comes down the.
No, I understand how commerce works.
Knurl.
Yeah. Thanks. So, any dangers?
Oh yes, tons of them. You got the goblins, which I hear they've been about. I heard German talking to you too. Said there's the goblins been around. I mean, even
what's the
with
deal with it? What's the deal with the goblins? I was surprised that seems like more of them are coming.
I don't know.
Down towards civilization than there have been before. It's where I found this little fella.
It's right peculiar. It is because ever since the great cat nomads had decided to go ahead and settle down there, taking the count's peace and all, you figured that goblins would just be not coming around this parts. I mean, the orcs don't ever come really this far west anymore. So I don't know. Probably, now I've heard this, and it could be a bunch of shite, but, I've heard tale that there's a dragon been spotted.
Really?
Oh, yeah! Mm-hmm. Yeah, flying about, that sort of thing. I think it's a load of bollocks myself, because I don't think that it would be, soon as I can look in my book here and find the name of what I need to tell you.
Yeah, I notice you have everything written down there.
I do. I got a book
handy
with me just in case someone asks me a question like you.
It's very handy. A journal, I'd call it.
Now everyone knows about Shunarath, that great bastard of a beast, live up in the Rackers. But there's I doubt he's never come down. He's been up there for hundreds of years now, living in our city.
And you think this is a different dragon?
Well, of course. Well, yeah, maybe. One would hope. I mean, if it's Shunarath, well, not really much you can do about that now, is there? Yeah. So, but I don't know if it's true or not. Could be, might be. It's been several. We're just coming back up. We were down here wintering in Knurl. Now we're going back up. So, yeah.
Interesting. Thank you.
You're welcome. You need to know anything more about the commerce and the mining?
I will. I'll be sure to ask. Yes.
Now, if any of you get tired of the dangers of being an adventuring type, you could always come to the mines. We could always use strong backs to swing a pick.
Sounds terribly exciting. I'll think about it.
Oh, you'll never know the excitement when you find a vein. I'm telling you. Oh boy, it's great. Nothing better.
Yeah.
Can I hear this
conversation? Oh yeah,
from the other wagon.
He's on the other wagon.
For sure.
Yeah, I was gonna ask the same thing.
Yeah, I mean he's as you could probably tell, he's a loud talker.
Like our Eastus and I just like looking at each other like, what is? What?
I'm just gonna say, don't make eye contact.
I saw you looking. Did you have a question?
Eyes on the road.
Now, don't forget, Ruthmere is he's driving your wagon, but Ruthmere doesn't really talk.
That's why I got on this wagon.
Picked the right wagon.
You picked the right wagon.
Yeah, after that conversation, I'm gonna pull out like this old ratty book and just read it.
Oh, he keeps talking to you the entire time.
I'll just read the book anyway.
Yeah. He's one of those types.
So great, Star, how you can multitask and listen intently while reading.
Yeah, it is incredible.
I'm glad that he can continue to regale you with stories.
Yep, I'm not blocking him out at all. Nope.
Okay.
We're going to be here for a year. Is that not a little bit excessive?
Doesn't this sound exciting? I mean, we get to do all this for a year and we get paid for it too.
Being anywhere for a year is absolutely terrifying.
Oh, this is all very new to me. So it's everything I see is brand new.
Right.
The idea of
Yeah,
staying somewhere.
Yeah. Two different reactions. One's all and one's
And mine's a combination
Well,
of the two.
Her awe is,
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
her awe is kind of like, aw.
No, my part of the awe is legitimate.
Gotcha. So, now I'm just going to throw out a reminder, Ollie. These guys are Broken Stone Clan. If you remember the Star Glass.
Yep.
Yeah. This is supposedly that clan.
But
are
we're
the
not
ones-
there yet, right?
No.
No.
And
Right.
yeah, but and it's basically your uncle had told you about. It's essentially like in the myth and in the text, the ancient text that he had read, the Broken Stone are the ones that are associated with that star glass.
Yeah. But we're not there yet. So
No, just reminded us.
No. Mhm.
Okay, so you guys go ahead and you travel for a good day, and you bed down, for the night, and then the trek is going to take from Knurl up to Hartford, basically about 5 days. We are not going to role play 5 days.
Yeah.
Aw.
I know you're very sad. And for those watching, depending on different situations, yes, I will be implementing random encounters, but for the beginning of the storyline, we are not doing that. Okay.
Thank you, The Empire Strikes Ass, for following us here on Wicked Studios LLC.
That's pretty good. So anyway, so basically you guys go, you travel, it's about the halfway point. It's midday on the third day out of Knurl. You haven't really seen anything in particular during your travels for like you haven't seen any of these goblins. You saw some gnomes with their red pointy hats in the Gleaming Hills a little ways away from you from the road, and they like waved hi to you as you rode by, but they didn't come down to converse or anything along these lines. And yes, all the gnomes wear pointy red hats. Unless they're female gnomes, then they wear black pointy hats. The guys wear the red pointy hats. It's just a thing. It is. I don't know what to tell you. So, all right. So, it's the afternoon on the third day.
Okay.
You're traveling along, and I want everybody here to go ahead and roll me perception.
Okay.
Oops, that was persuasion. Hold on, let me cancel that. Perception. Ooh, that's not good.
21.
Oh,
Let's see what we got here.
not bad.
Dang, who rolled the 21? Istis. Look at you, you badass.
I got a 15.
Okay, 15's good too. Okay.
It's no 21.
The dwarves and Ollie and I'm gonna mess your name up for a while. Zyra?
Ziara.
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 Ziara. Got it.
Like a tiara, but a Z.
I don't know.
That's a perfect way of
Yeah.
thinking. Thank you. You
Think of
just
it like she's like a gypsy, right? So she might wear a tiara. So just Ziara.
what?
I'm giving you a mnemonic.
I was thinking she's a princess, so she would wear a tiara.
Let's not get in the
No.
weeds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right,
Just
I'm
remember
there.
Ziara. It's not that hard.
Remember Ziara.
For the demonic device backfires.
But you guys notice, and here we're going to actually go right to a map. Oh, I got to move this stuff. Hold on a second.
Check us out Wednesdays, also at 9 p.m.
There we
for
go.
a savage. What is it?
Tales of a Savage Land.
Tales of a Savage Land.
Tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Time,
Yeah.
where we play the Savage Worlds rule set in a fantasy world of my device. Okay, so there you go. That's the. You can go ahead and scroll down because you're not up there.
What's this dude?
Don't worry about what that guy is yet.
I'm worried about it. Anywho, we're down here.
Yeah, you're down there.
Tokens
there you are. And there's the two dwarves. Now they haven't noticed, and they're just now. Dahlgren is still just talking. He's not paying attention, but both Istis and Star, you notice on the road ahead of you is a goblin.
Say, Will, my horse is kind of small.
That's about his right size. It's a pony.
Yeah.
Is that the horse?
As you ride him, your feet
There's
just
my horse,
drag
but he's
along the ground.
a little bit small.
Hold on a second. Let me see.
It's a medium creature.
Oh, you want me to get you a horse? I'll get you a horse.
He wants a
I'll
horse.
get you a horse.
Well, I got
Horse
this
is
one,
horse.
but
All right.
Just make him bigger.
anyway, you could do a bigger one bit later.
I'll make that into a.
That's like way too big now. Yeah. Anyway, I digress.
I'm gonna make that into a token. Do me a favor and link that too for me when you get a chance. Okay. Yeah. So there is a goblin standing in the road up above, in front of you. He's not standing either. He's like sitting in the middle of the road, whittling on some wood. Now, there's 6 rather large dead trees that line the road where he's at. And Istis definitely notices with his 21, and hell, for that matter too, Star, that there's something rather odd about those trees.
Well, there's something odd about this whole scenario. It's clearly a trick.
I'm going to tell everybody to stop.
The dwarves pull the reins of the horses, bring the wagons to a stop. What is it?
Doesn't require conversation.
Well, of course it does. I don't know what it is. Why am I stopping the wagon?
There's a goblin on the street.
I'm going to hold up a card in front of my face, held sideways, and
he's looking
put it over one of my eyes, and it's going to be an eye, and I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Oh, what's the distance on Detect Magic?
It's like 50?
30 feet. So I'm going to get up.
Okay, so you're gonna actually
I'll get out. With
move
him.
ahead,
and so will Gob, because he's chained to me.
I just want to be 30 feet away from.
Where are we going, guys? Why are we leaving the wagons behind?
We're taking a look.
Wait,
hold on. Stay with the wagon. Stay with the wagon.
I don't understand. Why'd you tell me to stop?
Stay with the wagon. I said there's a goblin on the street.
Oh, you mean the road?
Should I go talk to him?
If you continue to talk, it's as if there will be a cave-in and all of your brethren will die.
Hello, goblin up there on the middle of the road. What are you doing up there? I say in goblin.
Detect magic. I did mine first.
You did detect.
Yeah, because I had to figure out. I only rolled a 9 perception. You guys had to tell me where it was, and and I had to figure it out.
Before this ends up being a conflict.
So you rolled you cast Detect Magic, and what are you looking for in particular? I mean, because does it just you have to look at the area for it to
for the duration? I sense faint aura around any visible creature or object that bears magic, and I learn what school of magic it is, if any.
You detect none.
From
the goblin ahead of you doesn't seem to have any on him.
I'm more worried about the trees.
Yeah,
he does stand.
The trees?
Oh, the trees. Nope, nothing radiating from the trees.
I say, Gob, does this look like a trap to you?
Now that you've come
goblin.
up this,
he says no. He doesn't think it's a trap.
All right, thank you. Wait, you speak goblin? I wish I would have known.
Yeah,
that.
I was just talking to the.
I would assume that Ollie would have probably told Star this a number of times since you guys have been hanging out for a while.
Yeah, he really hasn't paid much attention, though.
Obviously. So the goblin, as you guys had come up and with all the noise that the dwarves, Dahlgren was making, the goblin stands up, brushes off his clothes and what have you. And you know what? I'm not gonna do that. Now, for game purposes, just so you guys know, the way that I do goblins, there is no such thing as a hobgoblin. There is no such thing as a bugbear. There are just different sizes of goblins. Okay, so it's all one race. They all have pretty much the same type of similar figures and whatnot, but some goblins just grow to be bigger than other goblins. So, just so you know. So the guy who is on the road in front of you, though, appears to be what would be the traditional sense size of a goblin. Now, he stood up when he heard you guys coming, and as you came forward, and he brushed himself off and whatnot. He took a couple of steps forward. Now, just so you guys know, and especially if you use the, I'm hoping that it's set up correctly. Yep. Okay. So these squares are 10 feet squares, just so you guys know. Okay. And I just double checked that the ruler is correct.
I would have been a step closer then.
Okay.
10, 20, he's fine.
And the goblin walks up a little bit and he goes, "Hello there." And he's speaking common. Mm-hmm. And he waves. Now, Istis and Star, you both noticed that the trees, they look fake. They don't look like just normal trees that have lost their leaves, or or have died due to rotworm, or were hit by nothing like that. And it actually looks like they've been constructed. Like you can tell, that's kind of an odd angle, and then there's
paper mache trees.
Sort of, but they're definitely constructed, and you can tell that they've been painted a dark brown to try and emulate the look of bark.
I pull out my crossbow, and as I'm doing this, I turn to Gob and say, "I thought you said this wasn't a trap."
Before we do anything that requires violence, perhaps there's a way to come to a more peaceful resolution.
Hello there! How are you doing?
What do you want?
We're fantastic, good sir. We're a little bit hard of hearing. Could you come closer?
Oh, no. I one goblin all by himself. You are many, many others.
It's okay, Mr. Goblin. I say in Goblin. These are my friends here, and you can see we have one of your friends here too. This goblin here, Mr. Goblin, and I don't know his name. And so we're just all good friends here. So we just want to talk to you and see what you might know about this area.
You see the goblin puts his hand that's in the road, puts his hand over his eyes to shade him from the sun. And he's like, "Is that goblin chained up?"
Only because he wants to be.
You probably can't really see him that well because he's directly behind me, and I'm wearing a big cloak.
Can he? Can he?
Let's see a perception roll.
Okay. Yeah. I'll give you that. But he can definitely see that there's a goblin there. I mean, 10's pretty good. So he sees, he yeah.
And I pointed him out, so he's looking.
He did point him out. Yeah.
That's true. Since he pointed him out, he sees him and he sees the chain. I'm just going to say it. You want to? You're traveling my road.
Your road? Oh, is this a toll road? I've heard about toll roads.
Yes, it's a toll road. You need to pay me. And
How much?
He's starting to talk like the dwarf now.
Of course. And Isis will open his hand, and there will be a small pile of platinum coins in it. As he casts Minor Illusion.
Gotcha.
Of course. Here.
Now, 30 feet's not that far. How far are you guys away from each other? You're just...
He was 35th.
He's casting the illusion on his own hand.
Yeah, no. I'm just wondering for him to...
But he was up...
Yeah, he's way farther...
30 feet because he cast another spell that was 30 feet away.
Yeah,
so he was up there.
Well, here's the thing.
To the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Is what I was going to say is that, granted, you wouldn't have, that you're basically 80 feet away from him right now. I think you were
Yeah,
doing
we
it.
didn't know
see?
those were 10-foot squares.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
I was.
So
and
what
I
I'm
was-
gonna what I'm gonna say is that for sure I'm still gonna allow that the detect magic to have happened, and just for some reason you were really good and you thought it was you got the extra distance for some reason. But the goblin again, he's like squinting. He goes, "Oh, and what do you have there?"
So I really only cared about the trees. So I'm standing outside of the trees, and in my hand I have very shiny, clearly platinum coins.
Okay. It seems to have gotten the goblin's attention. So he comes up a little bit closer.
I'd like to just scour the area around us.
Okay. Give me a
perception?
perception roll. Yeah. Your gob's a little bit far behind you there, man.
Oh, I
He's,
forgot to do something. Sorry,
I forgot to move him up.
I forgot I'm playing a divination wizard for a second.
That's as far back as he can go for me.
You don't really see anything. So
Yeah, I didn't think so.
the goblin comes up to there. You know, why don't you come up here a little more and let me see what's in your hand?
Are you familiar with platinum? It's all I have on me, unfortunately.
Oh yes, I must see if it is enough platinum. Come closer.
Oh, certainly.
How long are we going to keep up this ruse? We know
Nolly
it's a trap.
doesn't know.
Just like 10 more feet or so.
Fine. I still have the crossbow out.
Yes.
I'm not
I'll,
holding at anybody yet, but that's
I'll
just
continue
it's
to ride
clearly out.
along beside him then as he walks up there.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't want to get too far away from this this caravan, but I also don't want to get too far
This
away
is
from
as far
Istis.
as I can go because I'm afraid I'll drop the coins. So
What are you, clumsy?
I am very
fine,
clumsy.
fine. He comes
All right.
walking up. He walks up to you. Ooh.
as soon as he's close enough, I'm
You
just
be
gonna look
nice
at-
to our friend the goblin.
I'm just gonna look at everyone, just to like see if they're on the same page.
So Ziara's kind of behind all you guys, just observing. She's not really doing anything. She's kind of like, I'm watching what's going on. I'm standing next to the caravan.
Ollie might be there with you, but he hasn't like drawn his sword or he hasn't like, made any preparations for any kind
She
of
has her
combat.
hand
He's
like
just
ready
kind
to
of
go on her
hanging
sword,
out.
but
I'm ready to shoot a crossbow
She's not
bolt
worried.
into this guy's head if need be.
All right, I got you. We haven't had the roll in this yet.
Yep.
So he's looking at the pile of coins that you have prestidigitated up into your hand. So, to
So
speak.
as I hold it up to him and he looks in it, there will be a card in place of the coins, and it's just going to have a mouth on it. And I'm just going to say, I would suggest that you reveal your secrets. And I'm going to cast Suggestion.
All right, hold on. I need to roll something.
Don't bother. I'm using one of my portents. It's
Uh,
going to be at.
Who do we lose?
No, that's not what I'm
KD.
rolling for.
Okay.
Did we lose KD? Ah. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's not too bad, I guess. Well, I don't like admitting it, but it's, when it comes time for eating chow at the camp, I sneak in there every once in a while when the cook's not looking, and I steal a little bit of something here and there, and something, So,
Is that what you're giving me?
What?
Kill him.
All right, I see that crossbow bolt.
What? Hold on. Let's just get that tracker up there.
I tried.
20 on the.
Oh, I probably should do. Don't forget to click on your tokens.
Oh, yeah. Well, So my
Ooh, look at us.
the kill him thing didn't give me a free attack.
No, because he says kill him. The goblins right there can hear it.
He had his crossbow readied.
I did have it ready.
he did. You did have it ready. You did.
Where is the initial button on this sheet?
It's in the gray box in the top center. It's next to the armor class.
Did they change the character sheets on these?
No, it just
There
it just
is.
looks
oh,
weird.
it just looks weird.
Yeah, it's the same character sheet, but it just looks weird otherwise.
Yeah.
Maybe they're having problems with the character sheets. That happens from time to time. Ziara, which I said correctly, and she's not here to hear it.
Yeah.
She's guarding the dwarves. There you go. Okay. Well, yeah, he gets to go first. So basically, when Issa says kill him, and he goes, I knew it.
Well, we also knew this was a trap, so I don't know why he just didn't kill him to begin with. But
he goes running. He goes running, and
I was ready to play along.
Is he stepping out of my range?
Yeah, you will get an attack of opportunity. And he's going over and he's getting behind the tree, but he's not going to be behind the tree fully before you can shoot that crossbow at him. So he'll get a slight bonus. He's only going to have partial cover. So, but that's pretty much all that happens with that. So Istis, and are you going to do a attack opportunity on him?
You changed my token, dude. I had a much nicer ring around myself. Now we got this purple one like everybody else. It's hard to find me.
Oh my gosh. It's easier to find your allies.
I could figure out who's who. One of them's riding a giant fat horse.
You leave that horse who has no name yet alone.
It's Connie. We already decided.
It's
It is.
Connie.
We're gonna go with Connie. Okay, cool. I like that. You leave Connie alone. So, what's this gonna do?
I hit.
Oh, did I miss it? Oh, your quarterstaff. All right. Let's see here. That maybe hit him. Holy crap! It sure as hell didn't. He's a wily dude. You just whiff. He's like, and he's quick too. And as he's running back, he's like, "They didn't buy it." You hear him starting to yell.
Yeah.
They didn't fall for it. All right. Well, it's your turn anyway, though, because you're next in line there. So you get to go.
I'm just gonna go. I'm going to. So these are 10-foot squares.
Yes, 10-foot squares.
Okay then. 5'10". I'm just gonna back up, and I'm going to just kind of flick my hand out and cast Firebolt on the tree.
On the tree? Okay, cool. Gotcha. Nice. It hits. Boom. There's a big old puff of fire as it hits into it, and it starts burning. The tree starts burning. Whereas if this was a live tree, of course, a firebolt hitting it would scorch it, but it wouldn't. This started burning right away.
Flammable object ignites if it's not being worn or carried.
Right, but a live tree doesn't burst into flames. It's got water and stuff in it. This,
Magic.
We don't know what kind of drought they've had.
Yeah,
I like
magic.
Magic.
No, I insist that it explodes and try to, so I can walk away from it.
It's like
looking.
a chain explosion now. There's bushes blowing up in the back.
It's just
Slowly
turned around
walking
and
away,
shot
brushing his
blindly over his
hands.
shoulder.
Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, as soon as it hits it too, like the paint that was used on this thing, it just starts going. It starts burning right away. Okay, Star, it's your turn.
How far does a light crossbow shoot?
I do believe it's 60 feet.
That
It should
sounds
say,
right.
if you dropped it in your character sheet, it should say, doesn't it?
Let's see.
Somebody just put in.
Yeah.
there.
Katie has
a
no
light
internet.
Light crossbow is 80 feet.
Yeah, that's all right. He's
Or 320 feet with disadvantage.
Yeah, I've got disadvantage then because he's beyond 80 feet, I believe. Katie has no internet. Oh, no, he's 70 feet. He's fine. Katie has no internet, as it were, so...
Okay.
She's protecting the
She's
wagons.
protecting the, yeah.
She's working on it, though, I imagine.
We have faith in her.
My last one was much better. My original roll, but whatever. 12, miss?
Yes, very much so. Hits the dirt. Ollie.
We only still see this one goblin, huh? And I did hear him yell out that.
Yeah, we know he's talking to somebody else. We just don't know where they are.
And he did yell that in Goblin. So,
if I were a betting man, he's probably off on the side over here somewhere.
Well,
I
will
saw the guys
yell
earlier,
out.
But they're gone now.
Yell out to my companions, and that what he yelled is, I lift up my lance and I charge towards him.
Oh
And
shit!
so.
Oh, wait, should I roll a separate initiative for Gob, or just keep him on?
Yes, you should.
He's not going to do much, but
still, that's going to come into play. So yeah. Okay.
5. So he would
21.
He would have gone last anyway, so it worked out.
21 hits. Uh-oh.
Why didn't I have a damage option? Maybe there we go. There we go. 8 damage.
Oh, that poor guy. Ow.
And then Connie will actually dodge, and we'll be back further. I mean, we're 10 feet away from him, but because I have to be 10 feet away to use the lance.
Okay.
These are 10-foot squares.
10-foot squares.
Yep. So we're 10 feet away.
Yep. Okay, so all right. We got to change that to Gob.
His full name is Goblin.
Well, you're fighting goblins.
Goblin G Goblin. All right, we'll change it to Gob.
That's all right.
And the G stands
that's fine because the other guys don't have it.
And the G stands for Goblin.
There you go.
He's going to move here next to me and take the dodge action.
Okay, cool. All right. You notice
he's not built for warfare.
The trunks of these trees come swinging open on them.
Yeah, I knew it.
And pouring out are goblins. Although this one over here on the side, in the middle, on the right-hand side in the middle, that a door doesn't open on that, and you hear, all right.
Okay, let me out, guys.
It seems like they can't get out. Okay, so here we go. Let me get the. Let me drop some tokens here.
And join us here Saturdays at noon Eastern Time for classic Marvel superheroes we call Saturday morning superheroes.
Yeah.
Which our heroes have had a rough run lately.
Yeah, rough is right. You guys are about ready to have round 2 against the...
They're going back against the collective and Big Brother.
Okay, so out of each one of these trees come pouring
That's
2 goblins each.
Shit ton of goblins.
No goblins out of this middle tree, though.
Are they all standing 10 feet apart from each other, or are they standing next to each other?
They're standing next to each other.
Exactly 10 feet.
Yeah.
And one of them takes out a tape measure. Like it's
Oh, they kind of like step out just like they're in a military formation and stretch their arms out to each other. And...
So here's a question. So the 10 feet away for you don't have reach though for like with your spear then, or do you? Because it's a lance, it gives you reach.
It's reach. It's 10 feet. Yeah,
it's 10
I'm
feet.
actually at disadvantage if I'm within 5 feet. So.
Okay, right. So if the guy who was talking moves, you will still get an attack opportunity, right?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and take that attack opportunity because he's running.
All right. And an 18.
That actually hits.
For another 6.
Ow.
How is it that a goblin and a Goliath have the same foot speed?
Yeah.
Because goblins are fast and Goliaths are slow.
I
There
guess so. But I mean,
He runs.
this
Now,
fucking
these-
thing probably comes up to my thigh. Like it's,
Well, his feet and legs are like cartoons when they go.
yeah,
Just-
just a
goblins-
spinning wheel and some smoke.
Yeah,
The
the
goblins-
Goliath is more like a, kind of like somebody out for a Sunday jog.
Yeah,
Exactly.
He's
It's just
he's
kind
in
of-
no rush.
He'll
He'll get there when he gets there.
Exactly.
Okay. Of the goblins that come out, half of them have scimitars. The other half have short bows. 10, 20, 30. 20. Okay. And I'm going to actually put little markers. If they have a blue dot on them, these are the guys that have the short bows, just for everybody's benefit. Hey, Wes, will you look up the range on a short bow for me? I think it's 82, but 10, 20, 30, 20, 30.
It's 8320.
Okay, let's see. Who's in range for what? Okay, got them there. Oh, just outside, so they're going to shoot there.
Now Gob already invokes disadvantage, but I guess he can't get triple disadvantage.
Yeah.
So it doesn't
They're-
really matter.
What's the distance there? Okay, we're going to do it that way. Okay, so first things first. The two goblins that are up top right here, they had pulled out scimitars, and they charge at Ollie. And they are not attempting to hit Connie. They're going after you.
Okay.
And, yes, roll normal. Does 16 hit?
Let me double check. No.
Okay. And a 12. So those are two misses there. Okay. Now, the next row back, we've got these two archers are going to shoot at Star. They will be shooting at disadvantage.
Yep.
Double sixes.
I don't even know. I can't even tell they're shooting at me with the.
Okay. 14 hit you?
Nope. The
Okay.
18 would have, but the 14
Yeah.
does not.
Okay, now the other archers that are in the back are going to shoot at Istis. So here we go.
You leave Istis alone, you savage
That's right.
bastards.
Do you have cool goblin attacking music going on?
No, I should. Hold on.
You
I'll
should.
work on that. Yeah. Sometimes you do it, sometimes
Oh,
you
11.
don't. I wasn't prepared.
This is the first combat of the new season, man. Okay, does
Epic
13
Dark.
hit
Let's see.
Istis?
Let's see that one. Whoa, shit, that's really loud. Sorry.
I've decided it does not.
You've decided it does not. Okay. I got you.
Can you guys in chat put down if you can hear the music okay? Too low, too loud? Just right. Not
I
you,
can't
Will.
hear
You're
it.
supposed to play.
I
Dude,
checked.
I said chat.
Chat's going to tell you they can't hear you.
Chat. Well, then chat's gonna. That's chat. You're supposed to be DMing this adventure.
So, okay, so that's it. They've all gone, and they've missed terribly.
Too
Now
soft.
let's
Thank you,
take-
Frank Reed. How's that? Is that too loud now? It's a delicate balance. God damn it, Will! If you don't start playing this game,
I am. What are you talking about? Hold on, I got to put
Good. All right,
Ziara
thanks.
into the order there. There you go. I got you in the order.
If it gets
there,
too loud or too distracting, you guys let me know in chat. Not Will, but you guys. I have faith in you. So thank you, thank you, Frank, thank you, Fletch.
I'm a rebel.
And thank you, Troll
There, I wrote it in there.
Lord Games for hosting
Troll Lord
us.
Games. Hey, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Okay, so where was that?
Oh, and we
yes.
got KD back. Welcome back.
Yeah. Yay!
And thank
I put
you, Troll Lord Games, for cheering, man. Thanks.
Excellent. Okay, and I guess I should say,
or man or other.
so you guys know, we are using hero points. Okay, so each of you have 3 plus, no, it's 5, and then you get 1 for every 2 levels. So that would be right, isn't that right, Adam?
Don't do math. I don't know what you're
Okay.
saying. I'm working
So
on something
everybody
else.
currently has 6 hero points. And basically what that is if you spend a hero point, you can add a d6 to a roll, and you get those hero points replenished every time you go up in a level. However, with our bit tracker, we're currently at 400. Every time that we get to 1,000, everybody will get a hero point that you can put into your
So we have 6 hero points to spend in this current level, and then in next
Correct.
level we get 6 again.
No, you get.
Or we get 8 next level.
No, you get 1 for each level, and then you get 1 for every. No, you get 5, and then 1 for every 2 levels. So 5,
Okay.
6, 7.
Okay.
It would be 7 the next time.
Okay, I was not
Wow,
really paying attention.
math is normally not that hard. Okay, so all right.
That's
so
why people
they are
come here.
done.
Come for the D&D, stay for the math.
Yeah, right. Okay, so the goblins are done.
Next week we'll try subtraction.
Don't. But wait, in 2 weeks we're going to do division. There you go. All right. Okay, Ziara. So basically,
I need to know what's going on.
Basically, what happened was
Goblin
a
fight.
poor innocent goblin was telling them that there was a toll on the road, and that they needed to pay it, and they decided to attack him instead. And so then these goblins that were
Truth
hiding
be
in
told, we
these
told
fake-
them we were going to
fake
attack
trees.
them beforehand, which is fair.
You did give them a heads
Yeah.
up before you attacked, which is
The last thing that happened is one of the goblins tried to shoot me with an arrow, which I
Okay.
just blocked.
Cool. Great. So, can we just say, for simplicity's sake, that I'm up there with everybody else?
I will
so
say
I don't
that
have
you could be right there next to Star. Yeah. there
Is
you
that
go.
start? Yeah, okay.
That's where you'll start. Now, don't forget these
10,
squares
20, 30, 40.
are 10-foot squares.
Okay, yeah, I don't have.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna have to like dash or something. Okay. Yeah. Cool. I'll just move. I'll just move 30 feet.
All right, cool.
And that'll be that.
Excellent. Is this?
This is very annoying.
Fireball.
Fireball.
Oh,
I don't have that.
oh man. that's
I'm
too bad.
only level 3.
I know.
Look,
But I am going to move up, and I'm going to take a card out and throw it in the air. And as it flies above these guys and casts web.
Oh, that's good.
That sucks.
For you.
Yeah,
And
for me,
I-
you're correct. What's
Yeah.
the
20
okay? So
foot
it's
box.
60? range is 60 feet. Okay, cool. You could totally get it. So you're gonna do it right. Oh, I'm on.
A 20-foot cube.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Okay, so you're gonna get all these guys back here, except
Mhm.
you're not gonna get that guy and
I'll
these two
find him
guys.
later.
These two guys up front.
I want them to be able to hit something.
Okay, so what kind of save do we need on this? A dexterity save, correct?
Each creature that starts its turn must make a dex save.
Oh, okay, so they don't have to do the save right now to start off with, though. It's just when they
No.
go to move on their turn. Okay,
Correct.
all right, and then if they fail, they're
They are restrained.
restrained. If they succeed, it's half movement, correct?
Correct.
All right.
And if they're flammable, so if it goes up, it deals fire damage.
Yes, they are. I can see what you're gonna do.
Can you?
yes, I can. All right, cool. All right, so good job. I take it that's it. You're done.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Star.
All right. Can we make canon the fact that this chain is 30 feet long? Or am I just going to be dragging this motherfucker around for 10 feet every time I move?
This is what I'll say
Okay.
because I am benevolent.
Right.
I will allow you to roll 5d10, and then that's the length of the chain.
I think that's fair.
There you go.
And bearing in mind, it's not really locked to you or anything, so you could just drop it whenever you
Yes,
want.
you can. And then God would just go running to him. Don't leave me.
27.
I'll say we'll round it.
30
We'll
feet.
round it. It's 30 feet. I'm not going to introduce all that kind of math into the game.
He thinks Gob thinks he's safe, and all of a sudden, the last 3 feet, he's just face first on the mud, sliding. All right.
Okay.
I yell, Gob, stay by Istus. And then I move 5, 10. Oh, wait, no, these are 10. 10, 20, 10, 20, 30. I guess I'm right behind Istus.
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot at... Oops, wrong thing. All these guys are within 80 feet of me, except for...
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. They're all within 80 feet.
So the guys in blue are webbed?
Yes.
The guys in the red box.
in the red
In
box
the red
up
box.
here. Yeah,
what
these
does
guys
the
are all
blue
webbed.
mean?
Those are the guys with the bows.
What does the yellow mean? That's our
That-
original
that's-
dude?
That's the original guy that was talking.
Can I get him through
That's
these
the
trees? or
OG,
no?
you
No.
might say.
All right,
Because
all right.
he's got cover because of those
Fair
trees
enough.
and stuff are in between you guys.
Blue or bows?
Blue or bows?
I'll just shoot the guy in the middle then.
I have
This one
cover
right here.
behind this gigantic fucking horse.
You could take cover behind it for sure.
It is.
I think they're called Michael. I think
Bit
they're saying
larger
Connie's
than
back.
normal.
All right. Like crossbow.
Does Connie complain after you make her run?
It's 40.
Damn it.
It's
I missed
a
again.
40 by 40 horse.
Yeah. It's a bit large in this map here.
Well, you know.
I missed.
Back before we knew he had 10-foot squares.
Yeah.
Okay, so you missed. Good job,
missed.
Star. Ollie.
All right, I am going to see this web appear in front of me, so I will drop the lance and pull out my shield and sword and go after the guy closest to me there to the right.
Gotcha.
Otherwise, I was just going to charge ahead, but this works too. 21,
Oh, that hits.
or 6.
Got it.
Good roll.
And let me check something right quick. Okay. This guy's definitely fucking bloodied. For sure. Isn't that what that is what we call it in Fist, right?
We don't call it anything.
They don't
We
call it anything, but that's a term
That's what
that
it's bloodied. Yeah,
people can recognize.
you could say
But
staggered. That's what I know
really
now.
that's really a
That's-
fourth
that's a different
edition
system.
term, but yeah.
I'm conditioned.
I
to
thought they
staggered.
still did it for half hit points.
No.
No.
It doesn't matter. Nobody
You can
cares.
say
It doesn't
I-
matter.
We
Look
don't
and
know.
rough.
I still have a bonus action I was going to take, and I was
Sure,
going
go
to, using my weapon bond, just grab my lance back up and put it away.
All right, cool.
All right, Gob. 10, 20, 30. He's going to stand by me and Istis and just take the dodge action again.
He's so deadly. Ah, it's the goblins' turns. Okay, so
He's not
And
a
Connie
fighter.
continues to dodge, yeah.
he's coming over there.
I wouldn't have kept him with me if he was a savage goblin like these fuckers up here. I mean, he's just a cool dude who likes to help out, be part of the team. You know?
Peaceful, peace-loving.
Oh, that's
goblin.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Thank you for reminding me.
DC
Yeah, let's see.
DC
1, 2,
15.
4, 5, 6. There's 6 of them. Okay, we're gonna go from top.
Lord
down.
Forth has a good question. Does the horse kick?
Should.
It is a
He
war
should
horse.
because my goblin doesn't do jack shit. So.
With mounted attack, or with a mounted, since he's my mount, he only can do the dash, disengage, or dodge actions. But if he's acting independently, then he actually gets in his own initiative and he could take an attack, yes.
What a waste of 2 freaking 20s, man. So what's the DC?
15.
Okay, so only 2 of them make it. So let's see here. This guy. And I'm going to put the web on him. How about that? He is restrained. He made it. This guy will be restrained. This guy will be restrained. He makes it, so he'll be able to go half, but he is restrained. So that's basically as far as he can go. It's just really outside. Okay. These goblins up here that didn't have short bows, pull them out. So let's see here. What is the range now? Looking at. Okay, so everybody's within range. I will say some of you guys are going to have some extra cover here, though.
And their attacks are at disadvantage because they're restrained.
Yeah. So these two guys that are out front, we're going to do these two guys first with their scimitars, and they're just going to go after.
And I have my shield
Ollie.
up now, so my AC is now 19.
22 will hit, though.
Yep.
There's 6 points of damage. And here comes the other one. And he misses. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. So we're just going to do it this way. Each of you are going to take 2 shots from bows.
Who was this?
And we're going to start with Istis.
Oh, so each of us, meaning all of us.
Yeah. So Istis, is 14 hit Istis?
So when you said that the spells are double duration, would that mean 2 turns of AC?
Not for a shield.
Okay, just checking. So sure then, we can say that it hits.
Okay. Okay, so there's 5 points.
That's totally fine, Will.
And so everybody knows what's going on here. Obviously, we'll have to do some of this stuff on the fly.
Yeah.
We've tweaked Wes's character, and he uses cards to cast his spells. And you know what? I am going to allow even shield to go 2 rounds.
Don't do it. You already.
Nope.
I already put it. Okay.
No, because there's a reason that I allowed for that, and because he has to inscribe his spells onto cards to use them, and once the card is used, then it is gone. And to get that spell slot basically back, he's got to make a new card. So there's just so you guys know what's going on. We've really homebrewed Wes's caster here.
And it does not hit.
It does not hit. Yeah. Okay, here we go. 17 will still not hit though, right?
That is correct.
Okay. Damn, those are some good rolls against you.
Yeah,
Okay,
18.
so here we got 2 short bows. Pew-pew, coming at my man Star. 22.
Yeah, that one will hit.
And
That's
so
a
there's 5.
disadvantage.
That's
Wait,
a disadvantage, Holmes. The other roll was a 23.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's 5 points of damage to you, and
Okay.
then here comes the other one. 17.
No, I block that way. I pull up my shield. It just clangs off.
Okay, Zira, you came up just in time to have a couple of bows get shot at you. A couple arrows.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's
Not
weird.
bows.
They're just throwing bows now.
They're
They don't
throwing the
even-
bows at him. They're like, "We're enough of this." Okay, here comes the next one. Ooh, does 16 hit?
That's you, Katie.
See,
Yeah. What?
does
16.
16 hit?
Oh, I didn't hear you say that. I'm sorry. It must
That's
have cut
okay.
out for a second. 16 does hit.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to hear that either. Then.
Yeah.
Okay, so you take 6 points of damage. Okay, and hold on a
Gross.
second. Okay. ZR. Z, it's your turn.
So I'm having trouble understanding this feat. I have where is it? Cunning action.
Mm-hmm.
You can take a bonus action on each of your turns in combat. This action can be used. Sorry, that's not the one. Sneak attack. You can deal 2d6 damage to one creature you hit within. If you had advantage on the attack roll, but you don't need advantage.
Basically, if you hit somebody who, like that's next to an ally, You
Yes.
get the sneak
Yeah.
attack damage.
Or if
Otherwise,
you
you
are-
need advantage in order to do it.
So, like, if you surprise somebody, you'll get that.
Right. I get
So-
that, but
But if you
why does
hit,
it say I don't need advantage?
because if you hit either one of these guys, because
Wait, hold on,
Ollie
hold on,
is here,
I gotta pull up the thing.
then you don't need advantage because they're
Oh, 'cause he's right there.
Right, because they're
Okay.
engaged with somebody else.
Cool. So that's exactly what I was gonna do is go up. And it's only if I hit them or regardless if
Correct.
I hit them.
Yeah.
You have to hit them, and it's only on one attack, not
Great.
multiples.
Yeah, so later on,
So-
if you have 2 attacks, it's only the first one you hit on.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
And
so
you know what I forgot, Michael? I forgot that we're using flanking. So you can actually,
yeah.
if you go and move right here, you'll get the flanking bonus against that guy too. So you'll get a +1
+1 to what actually?
to hit. Just to hit.
I
plus
move
one to hit.
where?
Okay.
It's a +1.
No.
If I move where?
No, not you. I was talking. I
I
just
thought
moved
flanking
over
was
Z.
advantage.
thought
Is
flanking was
flanking
advantage,
advantage,
too.
or is it just
Yeah,
plus?
nothing is +1.
I think
Fine.
it's- I think
I'm
it's
going old
advantage.
school. Okay, it is advantage.
Yeah.
Is it
I think
advantage?
so.
I thought it was plus a hit.
It's
All right.
I think it's- I'm almost positive it's
99.9%.
advantage.
I'll look it up while you guys are doing
All right.
that.
Okay.
We'll just yeah. Go ahead.
So I'm gonna. There you go. Does that hit?
Oh yeah, he's dead.
Okay.
He's dead.
He's
Don't
dead?
worry. He's dead. Already dead. Yeah.
Okay, great. So can I do a sneak attack on the guy next to him?
You don't have
Uh,
2 attacks.
How many attacks? You only have one attack around.
I only have one attack right
Yeah.
now.
Any one attack, like say if you were fighting two-handed, one of them could be a sneak attack. You could decide which one it would be, but you have to, yeah. Sneak
Okay.
attack is not an additional attack. It just turns
Okay.
your attack into a sneak attack.
Okay, gotcha. So then Master of Tactics is a bonus action to help. You can use the help action. So
Master of Tactics.
yeah. Do you want me to click on it so you can read it? Oh, I can't click on it so you can read it. There you go.
Oh, that's right. This is because of your whatchamacallit.
Yeah.
What's your archetype?
Mastermind?
Mastermind. Yeah, that's why you can study. That's what this whole thing is about. If you study a target, you can get your sneak attack damage without having to have the advantage, is what that's saying. But you have to study them.
Gotcha.
So yeah, and take a look and see how long that is that you need to study them so that you can get that advantage.
That's
so-
the only thing I saw. So wait, so this Master of Tactics thing I thought was unrelated to sneak attack.
Let's see. Action and bonus action. When you use the help action to aid an ally in attacking a creature, the target of the attack can be within 30 feet of you. It can be okay. So basically, you can give somebody the help action.
Right.
So who does
You
it?
don't have to be, but you don't have to be next to them. Unlike
And it's a bonus action. So yes, you can do that. So who do you want to give the that to?
Isn't that whoever's? Oh wait, did I read that wrong? Is it 30 feet or is it 5
It
feet?
says
I
30
thought it was
feet.
5.
No, it says 30 feet.
Oh, then let's give it to who is that next to me right now.
That's Ollie.
Great. So I'll give it to Ollie.
Okay, cool. So on Ollie's next turn, he will have advantage.
Cool.
There you go. Double check on that thing though, because I think with if you study the opponent, it allows you to bypass, which comes into play when you're dealing with sturdier opponents. These guys are going to probably die
Yeah.
quicker than you can. It'd be a waste to use that on them. Okay.
Cool.
All right. So it's your turn.
Oh.
Just like that.
Yeah. I didn't realize. That's fine. He's just going to rub his fingers together, and there's just going to be a spark, and he's going to throw it into here, in the middle of that box. Throw a firebolt.
There you go.
So
It
he
hits.
might as well hit old boy right here. I tried to hit him.
Okay. What's the rule on that for combusting? Does it combust the entire web and then cause damage to everyone caught within it? Does it say?
Any 5-foot cube of webs exposed to fire burns away in 1 round, dealing 2d4 fire damage to any creature that starts its turn in the fire.
Okay. All right. So what I'm going to say, it's going to basically get that guy and that guy this round. On the next round, because the web's just going to keep burning, it'll get these other 3 guys. So go ahead and roll the 2d4. Ooh, nice. Okay, so this guy's dead. And actually, this guy's dead too. Because you did 7 points of burning damage, right? That's what we got there? Yep. So, yeah, that it consumed these guys. And basically, the goblins go up in flames as the web that's stuck to them just starts going up and they're like, ah! They just fall to the ground, rolling around and stuff. These other 3 goblins stuck in the web don't look too happy. Now, they get to roll on the beginning of their next turn, right? See
a creature restrained can use this action to make a strength check against
action. Got it. Okay, well, they're probably going to want to do that to avoid getting burned up after seeing what happened to their friend. All right, Star, it's your turn, man.
So this guy's running away.
Which guy?
Yeah, exactly. All right, I'm gonna just drag
Poor
Gob 30 feet because I'm gonna sprint. 10, so 10, 20, 30, 55, 60. Yoink. Can I see him better yet?
Give me a perception roll because there's foliage and stuff that And you know what? He's actively trying to hide. So I'm going to roll.
My perception's not great either.
Okay. Let's see what happens.
15.
Yes, actually, you do see him.
All right, cool.
Okay. And I take it that's it for you, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Ollie. There's still a goblin in front of you.
I'll swing at it.
Ollie has advantage because I gave him the help.
Yep. You got advantage.
Okay, well, 23
Oh, yeah, you hit him.
for 9.
And he's dead.
I urge Connie, and we go chasing after Star over there. We have a movement of 60, so we can outpace him quickly.
Oh, yes.
20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And I'm like, yelling enthusiastically.
I need to make a roll, too, for... Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right.
Now, and that's something I'm not clear on. Do you know with the mounted, does the horse get its full dash? Oh, because normally it can take a dash action when I'm riding it, but because I attacked, and that's something I don't know. I guess what the actual rule there is.
Basically, what it is you have there's a choice of letting the animal move on its own or controlling it.
Right, and I'm controlling it, so as a controlled mount, it gets dodge, dash, or disengage are the actions it can take. But since I took an action, I was wondering if it still got the dash action.
Look that up, because I'm not going to be able to say right off the top of my head without having to look it up. I know there's a specific rule on it, though. Okay. But you're going to be moving regardless, so I'm just going to move on to Gob.
All right, well, Gob's going to use his movement basically to stand up. And he's going to do a sacred flame at this dude over here.
Ooh, okay.
So he pulls out like this little like carved like homemade holy symbol he's got around his neck, hidden in his like robes and
that's all right. He missed. Keep going though.
Yeah, DC 12 dexterity save.
Yeah, he rolled a 17.
No, okay, never mind. Nothing happens.
Yeah. But keep going. So he pulls out this holy
Yeah,
symbol. This
and then he closes his eyes as he prays. And he goes and hits one of the plastic trees.
All right. Okay, Goblin's turn. This guy
Okay.
failed his morale.
These two with the bows, were either of them one of the people that shot at me?
These guys in the back?
Yeah.
I don't remember, to tell you the truth.
Well, I'll say that one of them is. Well, one of them is going to automatically fail their roll to escape the fire. I'm going to use my
Gotcha. Okay, so here we go. They are all going to attempt to get out. So that is it fail, or is he gets he rolls or
sorry,
roll twice?
His roll is a 7.
Gotcha. That does fail. Okay. All right, here we go. What else did you roll? You have to roll this prior to
a 7 and a 9.
And a
Yeah,
9? Okay.
I rolled them up here earlier.
That's not a problem. I just wanted to know what the other one was. Okay, so we've got 2 more that are going to attempt to get out of here. Ooh, goblins are not strong. And that's a fail. Oh, but my man over here is like, hell no, I ain't getting burned up.
He hulks out there.
He's definitely got a fear of
Got the
getting burned
adrenaline
alive.
going.
Yep, and then the last guy. Oh no, that one doesn't matter because the other one. So he failed. He failed. This is the guy who succeeded. So he breaks free. Ah! But he can only move the one because he's still at half his movement. So okay, so he's right there, but he got out. Go ahead and roll the damage on the other 2 that are kept in there, though.
Yay. 6.
6. Oof. Yeah, these guys are like screaming and just. It's kind of horrific, actually.
Well, maybe they shouldn't be trying to fleece people on the side of the road. I mean, that's just bullshit.
I feel bad. I tried to avoid this.
You did try. You really wanted to just fake them out, give them some fake money, call it a day.
Okay.
You did this well.
I did.
This is on you.
God.
Okay, I got to make a roll. Oh man, he's terrible. Okay. All right. All right, Z. ZR, what are you doing?
If I go into this red square, do I get damaged? Okay.
Actually,
So-
no, because the webs are gone. They all burned up this round. So it is now just smoking. So you can go through that.
Okay, great.
There's only 2 viable targets right now. There's probably just
This-
one that's within
this
range.
guy,
It's that
yeah?
guy, yeah. The guy who just
Well, I also have a
What's the
crossbow. So,
That's true.
and my alarm is going off, so I gotta make this quick. Yeah, you know what? I'll do that, and do this. No, that was the wrong choice.
Double ones. Oh, guess what, everybody?
Oh,
Time to take a look at the Fumbleia chart.
Wait, that's not a one. Oh, it is a 1. Yeah.
It's double ones even. Okay.
Wow, first time with the new
Should have done the crossbow.
fumble chart.
Yes. Okay. So what you need to do is roll me a 1d100.
I hate this.
Oh, who knows? It could be something good might happen to you. 49. Okay, 49
I'm listening. I'm just turning my alarm off.
is you tripped. You fell down prone, and you dropped your weapon 10 feet away from you.
Ugh.
Where's
Great.
the alert?
So you are prone, and your weapon. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to roll a d8. See which direction it fell.
I think because I rolled 2 1s, it should like,
It
I
should
should
count as
get
a critical
advantage.
hit.
Yeah, a critical hit.
Yeah,
It's right
'cause that's
next to
pretty
you. It's
hard
right
to do.
here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I had a crossbow out too, so.
Okay.
They
so
both go flying 10 feet in opposite
Yeah,
directions.
directions. They're right next to you.
The
They're
goblins
right,
catch them.
I
right
just
here.
want snake eyes.
It's right
That's
here.
awesome.
Right there. There you go. It's
I
in
don't see-
that.
oh, there it is.
It's that square where I just scribbled that green
Okay.
dot right next to you,
Great.
and you fell down. Boom! You tripped
Great.
over a root or something.
Great. It's my
Okay.
skirt. It's because she's wearing a skirt.
You had to get
All right.
fancy.
It's this.
All right. I do have an answer to my question there. if I
Okay.
can.
Yeah. Let me.
According
hear
to
it.
Jeremy Crawford, a rider and controlled mount have separate turns. They act on the same initiative, which means you decide who goes first. So you can do the dash then.
Okay. So it would be. We'll have to. You know what? We'll just have to remember it for
Sure,
future
yep.
combats because it's
That's
not
fine.
kind of pointless to do it now in this one. So,
It seems like he could use it. We got a guy escaping out the corner.
well, that's where he's going, and he's in tandem with it. So go. You can go ahead and then move your extra because you would have been able to move 120, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so you would have overtaken him before he moved.
Okay.
So what I'll do is here. Let me just grab him, and I'm just going to stick him right next to you. Okay. So what's this doing?
He walks up to the goblins that are like burning, and he just says, "I've seen the end," and he just claps his hands, and a ring
You're going to do Thunder Wave?
shoots out. Nope, Toll of the Dead
Oh, okay.
to this guy.
Gotcha. That's wisdom, right?
Mhm.
Oh, God, they suck on wisdom, too. I'm sure he's going to fail this. Yep. He's gone. He's
Okay.
dead. He's dead, Jim. Okay.
That's my turn.
Okay, Star.
All right. Well, I see.
Ali Adkani just goes.
Yeah.
just runs right past you.
Yeah, I'm just getting slowed down here by a goblin. So I'm going to shoot at this guy then.
Okay. Let's see what you got, Holmes.
Nope. I have not hit with this crossbow yet.
You're terrible at that.
I mean,
It's so
dexterity
tiny.
is not my strong suit.
So are you going to run after him? What do you do?
Oh, yeah. 10, 20, 30.
It's like he only uses his fingers because it's so
10,
small
20, 30. So that drags him.
in his
30
giant
feet.
Goliath hands.
right?
Yeah.
So Ali, what are you going to do to the poor old running goblin?
Oh, when I catch up with him, I yell at him to surrender, or I'm yelling at him to surrender. If he's not surrendered by the time I get there, I will use my bonus action to switch over to my lance, actually. So back here. And hit him.
All right. Let me give this guy a roll. I'm pretty sure that he will, but we'll find out. Oh, hell no. This dude's all like, screw you. He flips you off.
All right, well, I crit him with my lance.
Oh, wow.
All
Yeah,
right,
that
he's
was a
dead.
bad move.
He's dead.
Yeah.
He's dead. He's
I,
dead.
I ride up on him, and I just kind of spear him in the lance and raise him up in the air, and he kind of like he's just piked up there.
Yeah, he had some false confidence.
Wheel around, and I yell at the others to surrender unless they want to join their leader.
Oh, you're far away. They can't see you anymore. Besides, those guys are running. So they already failed their morale.
All right, well, I'm okay. Well, I'll just ride this way back to the road then.
Okay. All right. Gob is just following.
Well, Gob
my
used
man.
half his action to stand up and then moves to here. So he's a little closer.
So what you're telling me is he's getting dragged. Is
He's
what's
getting
happening, 'cause
dragged.
You,
Yeah, he's getting
you
dragged.
moved your full 30 feet and you just dragged him the rest
Yeah,
of
I
the way.
kind of
right?
forgot about that the second time around. The first time was intentional. The second time was a mistake.
Okay, so he's getting dragged out. So he's still prone. Then.
Well,
He didn't get up anyway. Then he got pulled directly back down.
Well, no, well,
he wasn't
then he's-
fast enough.
Right, but he's up again now with this.
Yeah, but it takes him. He gets up. You keep running, and then he's like getting ready to start running. You get to the end.
Yeah,
of the
he
chain
can't
before
move. Yeah, he can't move without getting. But
and he
he's
got pulled down again.
But he will sacred flame this guy while he stands up.
Get the boy
Okay.
some roller skates or something.
Right? Or just let go of his chain.
A little chariot that he rides in.
A scooter.
Yeah.
All right, let me,
DC 12.
Let's see what he gets here.
Or a wagon.
Yeah, he
wagon.
makes it.
Damn it! I've
Screw you.
got two guys. No one's doing anything here.
Okay, it's the goblins' turns. Okay.
If I hadn't heard that dragon thing, I would have used my second portent to make that hit. But I feel like I don't want to encourage this behavior.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And he's diving in the water. 10, 20, 30, 40.
Does this guy get an opportunity? Does she get an opportunity?
Yeah, Z, you get an opportunity attack on that guy.
Oh, look at that. All right. If only my weapon were next to me.
Oh, that's right. You
no,
have
I
your
have a-
weapon. You
I
can
have a
punch him.
crossbow.
You could
I
punch
No,
him.
You
I have a
drop.
crossbow.
Yeah, but you had to have one or the other. You were pulling out your crossbow to shoot it, so that means you put away your sword.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
No, you
yeah.
dropped your crossbow and it's next to you, so you can't.
No, I had the short sword. That's what I attacked with.
Okay.
I'll
You
do
can
the
attempt to
strike.
punch him though,
Yeah.
if you wish.
There you
Okay,
go.
you miss. You missed.
Yep.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50.
I do the sneak attack thing.
Spsh.
No, wait. I have to hit him, right? Never mind.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so those three guys all ran and they've dived into the Harp River. Hey Z, it's your turn. You can pick up that short sword or
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Okay.
Or I'll just
Pick up the crossbow. You can actually.
I'll use a
shoot him.
crossbow again.
Okay.
There you go. Is that it?
That's a miss.
Ah,
For one, they're in the water. You got to move up there. You can't see them. You got to run up to the.
Oh, okay. Well, I would have.
Yeah. So getting up's half your movement, and then you get to move.
Oh, right.
One space.
10.
Well, it depends.
Oh,
no,
boy.
Space
So
and a half.
space and no, actually 2 spaces. So you can move 2. Because you can dash, you can keep moving. Okay.
There you go.
All right. Cool. It's this. Those guys that were left went running and they ran and jumped in the river.
I wish you the best of luck. And he's going to clap his hand again for the one that was wounded
Mm-hmm.
as he casts Toll the Dead again.
Do you have to see him? I do believe you do.
Yeah, I can't see him.
Mm-mm. This is an embankment. So they ran down the embankment and jumped in the water. So they are out of your sight. You would have to run over to the river and so that you can get visual on them again.
I don't care enough about it. I'm fine.
They're just goblins.
Don't
You gonna do
I got
anything
a
else?
goblin friend right behind me. Don't. That's rude.
Yeah.
You just killed a bunch of them.
I haven't hit any of them.
Oh, fair enough.
Personally.
I'm going to
Subconsciously, you didn't want to. I think that's what it was.
telekinetically pick up Ziara's crossbow.
Okay.
I'm using my mage hand, but it's invisible. You can't see it.
Okay. Are you going to give it to her or are you just bringing it to you?
It's
I'm
a short sword.
Oh, that's a short sword on the ground. Okay.
Oh,
It
that's
was,
right.
but I picked it up.
Yeah, that's true. She did pick it
Yeah,
up.
I
Now that you
picked
picked
it
up the
up.
crossbow.
That's what
She has her crossbow.
No, I have the cross. I
Okay.
never took the
I
crossbow.
don't know.
I had
There's
the.
too many things coming and
There's
going.
too many things.
I
was
don't
just
do
trying to make
anything.
an
My turn
excuse.
is over.
Gotcha. Thank you. Okay, Star, it's your turn.
Can I use a bonus action to unhook Goblin?
You could. You don't have to use a bonus as a free action. You could just drop it.
Great. So I'll just yeah. Well, I've got it
Take
is
off his
attached to
belt.
my belt.
Okay, I'll still allow you to have it on a quick release.
Yeah,
system.
okay, yeah. I'm going to unhook them. And then 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And then I'm going to use my some sort of fighter thing. What is it? The action surge?
Action surge.
To take another turn. Yes.
Some
go
Yeah.
ahead.
sort of fighter thing.
And go 10, 20, 30.
Yep.
I'm going to drop my crossbow and pull out a longsword. And can I hit this guy from here? Or is he in the...
He's in the water. You can still try
So
and hit him though.
Is it
'Cause
easier to
he's-
hit him with a crossbow or with a sword?
Either or.
Alright.
He's right there at the bank.
So then I'm going to drop the crossbow as I'm running over here behind me. God will pick it up later. And then I'm going to attack him with the longsword because I'm getting a little tired of this.
Yeah,
God
you missed
damn
with that
it.
too. So I think we've established it doesn't really matter what the weapon is.
Yeah. No.
You're rolling a D20 or a D2 or
yeah. What's going on over there, man?
Oh, we're not supposed to roll D6s? What? No?
Yeah. Yeah, this is an OD&D. Okay, Ollie, you come riding back onto the road. You don't see the goblins, but you see some of your friends running around.
I just ride on up with my triumphant goblin on my pike there, and I'm like, yeehaw, look what I did, guys! Look, I got one!
Oh.
Guys, where are you guys going?
Gob's over here like,
Yeah.
feeling
Gob
awkward.
spends his action just vomiting.
He's like, maybe I should hide. I don't know. And, well,
Hey,
it's his
Gob,
turn.
come over and check out, see what I got!
Oh, yeah, Gob just crumbles in a ball and cries. That's all he does.
Okay, their turn. They go underwater.
Lame.
And they're
Let
just
'em
getting,
go.
and they're going down
Which
river.
way? Oh, I was like, which way is the current going? Because if
Yeah.
this one passes me, like if I just see him, like they ran this way to go back that way, that's hilarious. Like I'll ready an action to do
And
it.
I'm gonna give them-
as he passes.
I'm going to give them a little bit of extra because they're going with the current.
That's a strong current today.
Do I
It
see
is a
them
strong
float?
current.
Do I see them float down the river?
Not from where you're at, no. You got to be closer.
They're holding their breath underwater.
I'm sorry.
That's
I was-
exactly what they're doing. They're
Sure.
basically they're
I'm just-
swimming underwater, coming up, taking a breath, and they're going right back under the water and swimming.
I was under the impression that the current was going that like upwards, which is
Oh
why
no,
that way.
yeah, it's
If I had known, I would have sat at the bank and sat down and just waited for them to pass.
yeah.
That's funny.
Okay. All right, so that's it. They're swimming away.
All
They're
right.
you're getting out of there. Okay,
Seems wasteful, guys. All that
Ziara.
Yeah, is there a point to me shooting at these guys if they're going away?
Not really.
Not really.
No.
No, they're just
Yeah.
goblins.
They're just
So
goblins.
I'll
No
just-
offense, Gob.
So
Okay.
I'll pick
But,
up
but
whatever
Ollie's
stuff
super
I've dropped.
excited.
Yeah, he's got a goblin on his spear, on his pike.
Yeah,
That's messed up.
Fans.
Okay.
that's yeah. Can we take that off?
Okay. Is anybody else going to do anything?
No.
Okay. So you guys just going to recollect, get the dwarves, and,
Yeah.
and continue on
Pick
your
up
way.
anything I've dropped.
Yeah, same here. I got a crossbow somewhere behind me.
Oh,
I just
gotta- I
raise
gotta
up my hand,
Yeah.
and my sword just kind of like right into it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hold up my
He's Thor.
hand, and the cards that have flown out just kind of slide back into the deck.
I
That's
hold
so
out
dope.
my hand, and Gob comes slowly walking over, with tears in his eyes, holding
Now,
holding the end of the chain, and just clicks it onto my belt.
I know that you're doing it anyway, but I would be remiss as a DM if I didn't remind you to deduct your spells cards that you've used.
Yep, I have 20.
Yeah, I'm sure you got a ton. So
I've been doing. Yep.
Yeah. yeah, we're still good for now. So
26. So
uh-huh.
this tree, that one didn't open.
God damn it! I was hoping you guys would forget those guys.
Oh,
Wait, what about the trees? I wasn't.
And one of
I
them
missed
didn't
it.
open up. That's where they were
Yep.
hiding
Oh, I
at. Was in
forgot.
the
Yep,
trees.
so that tree is
Oh.
still closed. It's still closed. You guys don't hear anything, but that tree is closed.
I'm just gonna go up to it and go, "Hello in there."
just
Hello.
let him run.
You know,
Do you need Do you need help getting out?
you tell one of them, tell the other one to shut up.
No, there's two of them in there.
I burned down the other trees that seem to be very effective. Would that help you?
No, they start. Well, no, they don't understand common. They don't say anything.
I'll translate for them.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you say in Goblin, then you hear in Goblin, they're like, "Oh no, we're stuck. That'd be really nice of you if you could open the door. I mean,
Okay.
we're just workers."
What do you
full
offer me to
disclosure.
open the door?
Well, that's
You
not
hear
very
you hear
knightly
them
of
talking.
you.
You hear them talking amongst themselves, and they go, "We got 10 copper."
All right, 10 copper it is. I'll open the door.
Wait
Okay.
a minute.
They're gonna pay us 10 whole copper pieces. This is
is
pretty
that-
fun.
Is that your whole thing? I thought your whole thing was like justice and doing the right thing and stuff like that.
They're innocent, aren't they?
Well,
They're
I mean,
not
they're not
Then
attacking
why are you
us
charging them
Innocent. Yeah.
to live?
because
It's
I
kind
wanted
of-
to make some extra money.
I mean, it's
Okay,
kind of
here-
sad to kill them, but at the same time, I wouldn't call them innocent.
Before we open the door, could you tell them, full disclosure, there are a couple of dead bodies outside of the tree.
Yeah, your family.
They
are all
may
dead.
look-
Oh, and
Fami-
I proudly tell them that I have one of them mounted on my lance still.
Yeah, can you take that
Um,
off? That's a little.
could a little gauche.
I don't understand. I thought
So
this
you
was
just hear,
like I look kind of disappointed that I'm not getting the approval I was expecting. I thought you guys would all be just excited. Now I'm just kind of standing there a little bit dejected.
This is fate. Fate doesn't look
Ziara goes,
kindly
"Aw."
to this.
Yeah, it's
All
poor
right.
form.
Yeah. I'm just gonna are the trees like heavy?
No, it's you know it, and I thought of the perfect example of it. These are like prop trees from a high school.
Yeah, that's what I was
Okay,
thinking.
great.
Of, yeah.
So I'm gonna rotate the opening of the tree away from Ollie
Okay.
towards the riverbank, like without opening it. And then I'm gonna open the door to let them out so that they can't see Ollie and the goblin on.
How much can your
Yes.
thing move?
Because
Because there is some weight to it. Is it the
What?
same
What?
as? Is it the same as
I
regular?
mean, I could pick it up
mage
and just
hand?
toss the whole thing into the river.
I mean, now that I've gotten so much, negative feedback, I kind of, pull the goblin off my lance, and I look kind of, chagrined a little bit, and just
okay,
kind
that's
of
good. Fine.
I
Then
mean, if it
then
was
we
an
can-
ogre,
disappointed a little
Yeah.
bit, but
It's fine, buddy. You're new
yeah.
at this.
If it were something a little more imposing.
Typically, knights don't extort.
I wasn't
Um,
trying to extort.
I mean, I guess
just-
they do.
Yeah, that's
but-
that's
Yeah.
all they do.
I
That's
don't
part
know.
of their
I don't know what
gig,
night
isn't
you're
it?
talking
Nice
about.
jobs.
like I say that in character. Well, I guess they do.
So
but
you guys,
they don't want it to be known. We can let them out.
you guys
Let 'em
rip
out.
open the door for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
ready a firebolt just in case they do.
Okay, so you rip open the door, and then you see huddled in there's 2 goblins, and they're just like looking out, scared, like, and they like throw their weapons out before them. See, we're going. Those weren't even ours. They were just in here.
Just tell them
So-
to go, and this whole charade needs to stop.
I don't know what that word. I don't.
I'm
even know what
talking
he's
to
saying.
I'm talking to Ollie to tell him. Or is-
Oh,
Don't you, Ollie?
Wait.
Don't use the word charade.
Yeah, I don't think that.
I'm not
Star
sure
even
how that
knows
would
what the word
directly
charade
Star
is.
is not
translate into
stupid.
goblin, but
I
What's
didn't.
Star's
I don't.
intelligence?
I mean, it's 10. That's average.
That's not bad. That's
That's not
good
bad.
enough to know
And
what
he's
the hell
been
charade
reading.
That's totally
It's
average.
enough for charade, but
Okay.
at least
Yeah.
pronounce it charade if you're.
yeah, you might be saying charades, but yeah.
He heard somebody say it once.
Uh,
Truth be told, I'm not sure why I said charade.
So they threw their weapons out. Did you tell them they could go? Because they're all like they got their hands up and
Yeah,
they're
I
like,
don't-
Well, I asked him for
They
the 10
meet-
coin, but
they meekly come out. Oh yeah, they give you a leather sack. It's got
all right. I take it from them, then I turn it around and I tell them to hold their hand out, and I
okay.
pour the coin out into their hands and say, "It looks like you could use this more than me."
Are you giving them the money?
They
Didn't you
they
just
look at
take it
each
from
other.
them?
They paid, and now I'm tithing it back. Now I'm sending them on their way.
tithe? Are they your serfs? What
They
is
might
this?
be. I don't know.
Maybe one day, but right now.
They
Don't we
start
own
running.
it? Don't we own enough goblins already? as
Hey,
a
we
party?
don't own. Gob is here of his own free will. I say, and then as I say that, Gob chains himself back up to my.
Yeah, he walks up to you.
to my belt.
That's like he's been collecting the chain the entire time, and he comes up and he hooks it back to your belt.
Yeah.
For you.
I work at a carnival. All of this is just a little bit weirder than it should be to me. I have to say, I should be more used to all of this.
Okay. All right. So they run away, and if you let them go,
Yeah,
they're
let 'em go.
gone. They're gone.
Can we burn down these stupid trees so they don't do this
Sure you
again,
can.
or at least throw them in the water or something?
I mean, that first tree that got hit with the firebolt, it's actually like blazing right now, and I should have probably said that. And that was my
So you can just push the others into
Thank
it
you,
and make a
Nighthawk
nice
Gaming, for
bonfire.
rating.
Hey, thank you, Frank. Appreciate. So
Yeah, Isis is just going to like look at the manual labor, and he's just going to make his way back to the cart. I think they're all dead, brave dwarves.
Daka
Gonna
Flocka
climb into
Flame,
the back of one.
here for the raid.
hey, Daka, what's happening, man? And
Sydney,
the
hello.
dwarves come up, and Dahlgren's all like, "Oh, you did a great job, thanks." Now, where was I? Oh, yes. Now, Orr is a mysterious mistress. Come on, come back here, Star.
I walk
sit
right past
sit on
him.
in the cart with me here.
Yeah, I'll come back on. First, I have to help Gob up. I just pick him up by like the scruff of his neck.
All right.
Pop him in the back of the cart.
And so he continues about how to, know what ores are the best ores and how he's back to just basically.
Yep. I listen to him. I pull out my book and I
Yeah.
read as I block out his nonsense.
Is that where you learned how to pronounce it? Charade?
Charade, yes.
Didn't you see your book?
It's actually a
Call me
dictionary. Yeah.
Ishmael.
Call me Ishmael. Okay, so yeah, you guys, if you're not doing anything else, you can continue on.
Oh, can I try to
Alright.
find some of my crossbow bolts while they were doing all this other nonsense with the...
Sure, you get half back.
So I got one back.
There you go.
All right.
All right. So you guys continue on, and again, we're doing the speed version of the travel.
Mhm.
You travel for the rest of this day, and then halfway, so you got another 2 days after that you travel. Then you come to the ford, which I realized this on the map. The river should have been on the left-hand side. My bad, but
That's all right.
same diff. You come
Creative
to
license.
yeah, you come to the ford. And you can see across the Harp River. You see Hartford. It's a little ways inward from the river itself, up on a little bit of a rise on some hills, but it's definitely visible. And you saw it for a little ways after, like, basically an hour as coming towards the spot. When you get to the river, there's a house with like a what do they call that? The wooden wall, not a blockade. Is it a stockade?
Fence? Stockade
Yeah, it's
fence?
Yeah, okay, around it, and there is there's a ferry, and there's a rope bridge system, not a bridge, but a rope system for pulling the ferry across.
Okay.
And there's a group of 4 guys that are on the ferry. They come over, let you guys all load up. The ferry's pretty big, okay, and it's definitely large enough for one wagon and pretty much everybody else. And they can only take one wagon at a time. So you guys will get deposited, and then the next, yes, bless you. Then the next wagon is brought over. The ferryman's all like, when he gets to your side, he goes, "Welcome to Hartford. I'm the ferryman."
Hello, ferryman.
Who doesn't have a name at this point. We're about to give him one.
His
Jonas.
name is Ferryman. Oh, Jonas.
Ferryman?
Jonas Ferryman.
Jonas Ferryman. yeah. So he's like, welcome. I take it. He knows Dahlgrim, and he knows the other dwarf, Ruthmere. He talks with them for a little bit, and he explains to them that who they are and what they're walking. That you guys are working for the count, and because of that, there's no charge for the ferry.
I mean, I would assume that Dahlgren or Ruthmere have to pay for it anyway.
They would have. So you get across and you start making your way to Hartford. And I'm going to let's go ahead and pull that bad boy out. I'm pretty sure I got it up here. Oh, let's see.
Join us tomorrow night at 9 p.m. for Tales of a Savage Land, a Savage Worlds role-playing system. And also on Saturdays at 12 noon for the classic Marvel RPG Saturday Morning Superheroes. Did I say 12 p.m.? I think I did.
I think you did.
I don't pay attention to myself either. It makes you feel better, Will.
What?
Nothing.
Well played.
Okay. Thank you. I've been waiting all night to do that. Okay. And here is Hartford. Now, for all those who are watching, if you weren't here earlier, and what I'm doing...
If you weren't here earlier, go back to twitch.tv, where you are right now, watching us, and fucking watch the beginning, man.
Gosh.
You're not going to go through the entire thing.
Oh, man.
I'm
anyway,
sorry, what were you saying?
So what I'm doing is in this adventure, while this is going to be a sandbox, but what I'm doing is I'm taking a bunch of stuff from the D&D Essentials.
Ooh.
And where Forgotten Realms gets to take a bunch of Greyhawk stuff and use it for them.
I'm
turning the tables. I'm taking a bunch of Forgotten Realms stuff
Whoa.
and I'm putting it in Greyhawk.
Take that, Watsy.
If this
Wizards of the Coast
happens to look familiar to you, it's because this is actually Phandalin. But in this world, it's hard for.
Look at that.
How about that?
Yeah, ripping shit off.
That's right.
A lot like Phandelver, yeah.
Yep. What did I say? Did I not say Phandelver? That's what it is. Phandelver. Okay, so there it is. That's the town. And there you go. So you are coming in. Let me see here. I think the way it's set, you guys are actually coming in from what appears. Oh no, yeah, it's down south. You guys are coming in from
like probably northwest going in, right, from where we were.
Yeah, as opposed to turning the map, you guys are coming in from down here.
All right, so
down here, you can see where it says to Knurl.
No,
right there.
I see where you're pointing, but I don't see to Knurl, do we?
Is it not on there?
Right, I see it.
Oh, it's down there.
Yeah, it's written in the black.
Yep.
In the black square.
I wasn't scrolled all the way down.
Adam just doesn't not listen to me.
I don't look at things either.
He doesn't look at things either.
Will tells me to read something. I say no, thank you.
That's true. That's damn true. Okay, so there it is. You guys are coming into the town. Now, what you notice, for one, Hartford, it appears that a lot of it is new construction.
Mm-hmm.
There are some buildings that look like they're a combination of things. This obviously was it used to be walled at one point. There was a stone wall around Hartford at one time. But the wall has all been knocked down. And essentially what this is, and I'll say that you guys were informed of this before you came up here. Hartford was its own county up here. Okay, and this was like the county seat of the Hartford County. During the Cursed Orc invasion, it was sacked, and people were either enslaved or driven off, and this was basically just, left at that point. The orcs didn't reside here, or if there were any that were residing here, they were driven off by the counts, the new counts men, when they reestablished the town. Okay. Hartford is being established, and they're getting ready to establish another town on the Teaser Torrent. And essentially, they're the northernmost, and it'll be the easternmost sections of the county as they expand. Hartford is real important because This is where all the mining is going on in the Rakers up here, and all the ores coming in. Which now I would say that Star's an expert. And see, he doesn't even listen to that. See,
I'm not listening to a shit thing you're saying right now. Give it a crap. Yeah.
So it's real important for it to get reestablished. There is a bunch of new construction going on here as well. It's not like it's stopped, and you can hear actually some hammering and whatnot going on further on the other side of town and what have you.
Now, is this whole thing fenced in? Only part of it? What does it look like? What does like the defenses look like?
The town currently has no wall or stockade for that matter. Oh. You do see at the front where you guys are coming in on this road over here, as I try to ping on the wrong thing. As you're coming in, like right there, you can see that they've started some work on the wall to rebuild it, but currently obviously it's not finished. Okay. They're still working on it. So,
all right. Now, where we gotta? I guess. Are we still escorting Dargren and Ruthmere, or are they?
Yeah, they go. They go right. They go to that. You see where it says the miners' exchange?
Miners' exchange. Yeah.
They're going right there. So it's right at the beginning.
Yeah.
They pull in. They say thanks, appreciate it.
Before we let them go, I was actually going to ask them questions. These are the dwarves, right? So I was going to ask them questions about the glass to see what they might know. The one guy seemed incredibly talkative and had lots of stories. So
yeah, Dalbrin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're both Broken Stone clan. You know that. So okay. So what do you want to ask them?
I just ask if they've heard about the star glass. If they, I'm not real secretive or anything. If they know where I can get some, I need to,
Oh, star glass! Of course we heard of it, but we haven't been able to mine that in quite some time. You see, Shonarath, it's the only vein of it is, if you even want to call it that. There was a deposit up around in the Lost Vale. That's where the old Anvil clan, before the split even. It's but I don't even know if that's true, to tell you the truth. I've never seen it before, but supposedly the old kings of the Anvil clan. Now, the Anvil clan was the dwarves in the Rakers. They were the one big clan. There was a civil war. They split into two clans. Broken Stone clan are the ones that are closest to and the largest to Hartford. And both of them claim that they have the legitimate rights to the actual old school Anvil clan royalty thing.
But what was the name of that mine?
In the Lost Valley is what he called it. Where Shonarath is at, is what he said.
Oh, I'm interested now.
Now
I'm listening.
Yeah, but that was, to tell you the truth, I don't know if that was a story or not. I mean, we've never seen the stuff before. I mean, you're talking thousands of years ago.
What's a 1,000 years to a dwarf, huh?
It's quite a bit. I only lived to be about 400. But
so was in your grandpa's age.
We used to hear stories from the older Whitebeards, but they've all passed on. There's no one who alive anymore who even remembers the Lost Valleys, and the city that the Anvil clan used to have there. Now it's just, and nobody goes there because of the dragon.
Oh, tell me about this dragon.
No, you missed the story earlier. You should have been paying attention.
Oh, he's a terrible beast. He used to be the terror of all the Rakers back in the.
But now there may be another dragon.
Supposedly, that's what I've heard.
Yeah, could be a new dragon.
Could be. I mean, Shonarath hasn't really poked his head out in quite some time. You're talking thousands of years ago. I might even be able to look it up in my book somewhere.
Yeah.
But Shonarath happened right before the split in the Civil War, so you're talking That's roughly probably like shit. I don't know. It's even before the Great Kingdom was set up here. So you're talking thousands, over 2,000 years maybe. So it's been some time.
So he's probably due for a visit.
Well, yeah, maybe. One would hope not. I mean, he killed thousands of dwarves. I mean, he took our city from us.
Yeah, I had my entire clan die.
It was the Anvil clan's capital. For
how many dwarves are left?
Oh, there's enough of us. Why?
Do you know how many Goliaths are left?
What's a Goliath?
Me.
I just thought you were a discolored human with a glandular problem.
Oh.
I mean, that's a little rude.
Well, I'm just talking. I'm not calling you ugly or nothing.
From the other wagon, when Star says he's the only one left, Isis goes, and then when he says the glandular thing, he goes.
I mean, I've never heard of the likes of you, to tell you the truth, Boyle. I'm sorry, but yeah. To tell you the truth there, Ollie, if you want, I could try and see if I could dig up a little bit more information on it. I mean, I'm no scholar on that sort of thing.
Oh, excellent. That would really much appreciate that. Absolutely.
Sure. You come by, we'll have a little jaw fest and have a beer or two, and we'll talk about the good old days. But give me a little while to try and dig something up. I'm going to have to try and see if I can find something.
Perfect. And your name again was what now?
Yes, I know. We've only been traveling for a week, but my name's Dahlbrid.
I didn't write it down. So. Dahlbrig.
Important to me
Dahlbrig?
before, but now
Brid.
Yeah.
Dahlbrid.
Oh, Bryn?
Oh,
I've been calling him
Bryn.
Bryn.
I had Grin too.
Bryn.
Yeah, would it be Bubba Dahlbrid?
All right, well, I've got nothing more to say to you. I hop out of the cart, grab Gob by the scruff of the neck, pull him out. Look, if you have a better way of doing this, I'd love to hear it.
He says he's very appreciative of everything that you're doing for him. I don't know why.
All right, well, that's great.
Tiara, just between you and I, do you think that Star is trustworthy?
I don't know.
Because I know something.
Mm-hmm.
I know another Goliath, but it's at a place where I don't want to go for reasons that I'm sure you know. And I'm afraid that if I tell him, he's going to want to go there. And it's a place that both of us are trying to avoid.
I would hold off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably for the best. Okay. DM.
Yes.
Do we have any official papers besides the receipt the voucher that we have?
Yes.
Any other official papers?
Yes, you guys have a writ of authorization to conduct yourselves. Essentially, you were deputized.
Great. I just
It doesn't allow you to do carte blanche. You can't just go do whatever the hell you want to do.
mhm.
But it allows you with the to carry out the orders of the mayor or any of the council of Knurl
Great.
when ordered. So basically, you have to be told to do it first, and then because of that, you'll be allowed to.
So we're like deputized into the U.S. Marshal Service.
Sort of, yes, exactly. And there actually is a sheriff's organization. They're called the Wardens. Okay, think of like Rangers from like Tolkien. You know, the Rangers, they would go around and it's sort of like that.
What's it called?
They're the Wardens of the March.
Thank you.
But we're not wardens.
You're not wardens. Now, wardens are like Judge Dredd.
Great.
Judge, jury, and execution are all rolled into one. You guys are basically can do whatever's necessary when ordered to do it because of that deputization.
Great. So I have false identity. I can forge documents, including official papers and personal letters, as long as I've seen an example. So since I've seen all this stuff, I'm just going to have in my back pocket, I'd like to create a document that I guess has me being a secret member of the Wardens undercover.
Ooh, okay. All right. Go ahead and now here's the thing. You guys didn't meet any of the Wardens when you were in town, but you do know. Here, let me look it up because this is going to be pertinent. Let's see here. Knurl's on 15. I gotta find this guy. I think he's at the end.
Join us every Wednesday at 9
Okay.
p.m.
Guy's name is Harga Yates.
Harga Yates?
Yep, Harga Yates. He is the chief warden. You would have heard his name and know his name even though you didn't meet him. Okay. Jorman is the guy that you guys met. That's the chancellor. That's the guy who saw you off at the gates when you left Knurl. Okay, so you met him, and the piece of paper that you have is signed by Jorman. Okay,
Great.
So that's the guy who signed your paperwork.
And who's this new guy that you're talking about?
Jorman.
No, not him. You said we met somebody.
Harga Yates.
Harga Yates is the chief warden.
Okay.
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 And Jorman Craw is the chancellor, and he's the guy who signed your.
What's his name? Oh, Jorman.
Jorman.
Yeah.
That's the chancellor.
I have that right.
So what you could do is you could go ahead and give me a forgery roll.
Okay. Well, here's what I want to do. I want to create the fake document. And over top of it, I'm going to use illusory script to make it look like the document that we have, like the regular document. So the fake document that says I'm a warden is underneath an illusion.
Okay.
So when
if anybody sees it,
and if they dispel the illusion, underneath it says I'm actually a warden.
Gotcha. Ooh, slick as shit. Okay. Now here's the what's the duration on that? 10 days. Okay, so you're obviously going to do something with it soon. Okay. So basically, what I'll say is, were you going to try and do this and prepare this? Because you had plenty of time during the travel to try and prepare it. Okay, so go ahead and give me a forgery roll, and what I'm going to say is I'm going to deduct 5 gold from you to make sure that you had all the proper papers and stuff, and you got that from Knurl because I'm assuming you're already cooking this plan up before you left. So, and then roll. First of all, how many sheets of paper are you gonna buy? Because let's put it this way: you could fuck up a forgery and go, I think that's okay. Like, I mean, you know enough of forgery to know how well you do. Let's put it this way, right?
Okay. So I would get like I'm just gonna get 10 sheets of paper.
Okay, 10 sheets of paper. We're gonna say 10 silver per. So I mean not 10 silver, a silver a piece. So that would have been your 1 gold right there, and then we'll say the other 4 gold was enough ink to do the other 4 pages. So there we go.
Okay.
Okay.
So if you get it right off the bat, you still got a bunch of pages and some ink.
Correct. Exactly.
Yes.
All right. So
okay. Am I adding my proficiency bonus?
Oh yes. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it is a skill you have, right?
Yes, I'm proficient in forgery.
Okay, then go ahead. 17. It's
17 plus 3.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's
I
good.
mean, plus 2.
That's still it's yeah. You feel confident that only somebody who is like intimately acquainted with the people that you're attempting to forge their stuff would be able to tell the difference.
Great.
So
Thanks. That's all.
yeah. Okay, cool. Excellent. Okay, so there's the town. Where did you want to go, and what did you want to do when you first get into Hartford? Said goodbye to the dwarves.
We need to see the mayor, yeah? Or
Yes.
do we need to check in, I guess, with him? Or her? Is the mayor a man or a woman?
No, it's a guy. It's Harbin Wester. He's on the map. It's got his home.
Harbin Wester?
Yep.
There we go.
He's the mayor?
Uh-huh. That's him. He's the mayor. That's his house, too. And you could easily find that out by just asking...
we would just ask the dwarves.
Somebody. Yeah, they would totally point it out to you. And on the map, too, like I said, it's got a couple of different things where it shows who's to what and where.
Yeah. I think that's the place to start, yeah.
Okay. So you guys go to Harbin's house? Okay. Mm-hmm. So nice house. Like I said, all the houses here are pretty new, you know. And it's all shuttered up, doors closed. There is outside a notice board. It's like a not like a push pin board, but it's like it's an announcement board. It's got a little it's a little house built over it, so if it rains, it doesn't get the papers all wet and stuff like that. And it's like right next to his front door. Okay, and it has some announcements on there for a few different essentially adventures, things that are needing to be done.
Anything interesting on there?
There are, and I will tell you when we play next week what they are. You can go ahead and jot it down now, and then because we're not going to be able to get into.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So, but the house is buttoned up, doors closed, shutters are closed. Now this is a nice spring day. Most of the places that you're walking by have the windows wide open, the shutters wide open. Stuff.
I'm still gonna knock. Okay.
After you knock, several heartbeats go by, and then you hear from the other side of the door.
Yes, who is it?
I can't understand you. I'm gonna need you to open the door.
Yeah. No. Who is it?
We're sent here by
wait, hold on one moment. Hold on.
Probably couldn't understand me well because the door was closed.
There's a window that's really close by. You hear like and then like the shutter opens up just a crack, and you see somebody's eye looks out, and then slam, they close it, and you hear the window close again and locks. And then you hear the footsteps coming back to the door.
Who are you?
The name's Orleo Stargazer Vaime Laga.
What?
We're here on behalf of Kargas.
Say that name again?
Knurl. Orleo Stargazer Vaime Laga.
Yes, hold on.
And you hear click, click, the door opens up, in this chubby, sweaty face with a balding head sticks its head out. It looks up.
It's a beautiful day.
You didn't see the dragon, did you?
The dragon, no, but I've heard about it, and I'm very interested.
Oh, quick, come in. He opens up the door.
I will slowly walk through the door. I'm probably going to have to duck
yeah.
to get through.
So he lets you guys in, and then after you come in, he will close the door. Are you just going to tie up Connie outside there, Michael? He's on mute. Maybe he's probably away.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
Bring him in the house.
What are you doing with Gob?
Oh,
Gob
is still changing me. Come in. He's right behind me.
I'm not going to tie up Connie. I just have a conversation with her and tell her to go out and graze and stay close, and I'll call her when I need her. But you know,
Connie sits
but
down
if,
like a dog.
but if she sees anybody, you know, coming around or whatever, to go ahead and, you know, loop her rope over the rail so she looks like she's tied up.
Okay. All right. And now Harbin like does a double take at the goblin, but then he sees that he's chained up to you, and he like looks at you. And there was you got a fair number of odd stares. Now,
well,
the town has people. I mean, yeah, and that's what I'm saying is that everybody here, they're not really giving much. I mean, they're giving they're watching you guys come in as in, oh, look, newcomers, and then they're like, holy shit, look at the size of that. What is that?
Yeah, and once we get
goblin tied up,
and when we get toward the town, I put the hood of the cloak up over too. So
yeah, so basically, there's a lot of people staring at your big ass and the goblin, and so you make it in, and Harbin like does a quick up look, and then once you guys come in, he closes the door again really quick, and he's got a bar next to it that he pulled off, and puts the bar back on his door, and he goes, well, I see you were here. So
before we start, may I make a observation?
Yes?
You're afraid of a dragon.
What did you mean?
You live in a wooden house. You're putting a bar on the door. What's the point? Open the place up. Get some fresh air. It's a beautiful day.
I don't want to hear that kind of talk. No, just not safer here. Just not to mention just goblins. Goblins are about.
Yeah, there's one right
coming
here.
down out of their acres.
He's fine though. He's with me. He's a bounty.
Do you have paperwork?
Of course we do.
You say you're from Knurl, but I need to see paperwork.
Yeah, here you go.
I take it. So okay, so you are the official holder of the.
Do we don't have our own individual ones?
No, it was one for the group.
Oh well, then Wes probably.
Istis
probably has the one for the group. Then I would think.
So
right?
Istis has it then. Yeah, I would assume so because he was the one that was doing a forgery.
Yeah, he's. We just think he likes paperwork, but it's.
Yeah. Man, he's real meticulous. I mean, he takes notes about it.
Yeah, really. He's all right.
Here you go.
Okay, so
he also has a copy of my W-2 for my taxes, but that's
you're missing some deductions, man.
And so basically he goes, yes, well, all right, here you go. So, yes, well,
you seem troubled.
Wouldn't you be?
I would be.
Well, there you go.
We don't really understand.
That is, and I take out my cards. If I didn't have some peace of mind, and I'm just laying them out on the table.
What in the world are you doing? What kind of people is the Count sending up to me?
Capable ones.
Are you Renee? You must be. Obviously, there's one right there.
No.
What? Gypsies. Anyway, I can't argue with the Count. He sends me who he sends me. But your place is across the road. Can't miss it. Right across from me here. Go ahead, make yourselves at home. I'll have some work for you here tomorrow. Get settled in, and yeah, that's it. All right. Well, he goes over and he pulls the bar off, puts it down. He opens up the door. Good day.
Pleasure.
Good day. I hope that you'll come to trust us more in time.
Oh, I'm sure I will.
Yeah.
I'm sure you will as well.
I'll turn and walk out. As I do, Gob just turns to him and goes, and then turns and follows me out.
It does frighten him.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Get this filthy animal out of my place. He slams the door. Bart goes into place. He locks it up. Now, the place that he was pointing to was right across.
This little place down here?
Right here.
Oh, that place. That's a pretty good size.
Yep. That is for you, folks.
What is this, a little barn?
Yeah.
A little outhouse out back? Is that what we got there? Is it a shed? What do we got?
It's 2-story, and it's got enough beds and rooms in it for it's able to for 10 people.
Oh, all right.
So there's extra rooms there as well. So, and that's where we're going to go ahead and wrap it up for the evening. Wrap up this first edition of Greyhawk Adventures. I wanted to say enter the Bone Marcher or something like that.
No, it's just Greyhawk Adventures.
Season 4. There we go. That's what it is. You gotta say
and
season
easy.
4.
Season 4.
There you go. Exactly. Excellent. Cool. All right. Hey, I want to say thank you to everybody for tuning in and watching. I appreciate it. Everybody who came by, thanks for hosting, and anybody who we had a raid even. That was awesome. So thank you very much. I appreciate that, everybody. So why don't you guys go ahead and we'll start with Adam. Go ahead and do your sign off there, buddy.
Hey, everybody. I'm Adam playing Star here on Season 4. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out and watching this. Check me out also on Saturdays here on Saturday Morning Superheroes, a classic Marvel Superheroes Advanced set. So if you guys are beginners, you're going to be blown away by the advanced rules that we're using. There are 2 dice. Both 10-sided.
The basic dice system.
It'll blow your mind.
Anyway, so yeah, it's good stuff actually. Yeah, there's gonna be a superhero supervillain throwdown.
Ooh,
No,
yeah.
that's next. Is that next week? No, it's next week. Next week.
Next week, yes.
That's
this
next
Saturday we set up the
Superhero throwdown. Anyway, we know what we're doing. So, all right, Wes, go ahead, man.
Oh, thanks everybody. I'm Wes. I played Eastus, the divination wizard. Had a lot of fun.
Yeah. All right, Katie.
Okay, I played Ziara, and good night.
Yeah, excellent. And last but not least, Michael.
Hey, I played Ollie the Knight. Michael. Good night.
Squire.
Squire Ollie. Yes.
Squire.
Hopeful Knight.
There you go. Just had to put that out there.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
You know what? You don't have to just shame him because he's not a knight.
I'm not shaming him. He's made it a point that he's aspiring. I'm just helping him.
That's true.
Retain in character. That's all. And I will DM. I'm the dungeon master for this here game. Also, tomorrow I will be running the Tales of Savage Land, where we use the Savage Worlds rule set to run a fantasy campaign of my own device. I guess that's pretty much it. We don't really have much else to say. If you want to support the channel, you could always, of course, cheer. But also down below, if you have any type of gaming supplies that you want, or games that you want to order from Drive Through RPG, we have a link down below. If you click that and go, we will get a cut of the profits or proceeds or whatever the hell I'm trying to say. Also, if you go to the Wicked Studios Facebook page,
Facebook.com/Wicked Studios LLC.
What he just said, you can also do it there. And if you haven't joined, you should go there as well. And there's also Greyhawk Adventures on Facebook page, which is directly is us. And
do you have Amazon Prime? Don't know what to do with your Twitch subscription?
Yeah.
Ooh, a little button right there. Just a little press it. Just press it. Just at the slightest bit.
But like, subscribe, and tell all your friends. And we appreciate everybody who tuned in and watched. And thanks. And I guess we'll see you next Tuesday. Peace out.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.